supreme leader. This is a significant development and again speaks to the Israeli intelligence about this war. They just targeted the meeting in Tehran where what's left of the leadership was gathering to choose a new supreme leader. The Iranians are continuing their attacks against Israel. Right now we are in the community of Bnei Brak. It's a religious community outside of Tel Aviv. And you can see where the police and first responders say part of a cluster munition that was attached to the warhead of a ballistic missile slammed into this apartment block. 7 people were wounded, 1 woman moderately. And I want to just show you the scene here in Bnei Brak. You can see the amount of destruction behind me. There is debris and rubble all over this community. And again, police and first responders say it's a miracle that no one was killed. People were home at the time, and this entire area is filled with children because the Israelis are celebrating the holiday of Purim. And so just a remarkable scene here. You can see that all of these kids are dressed up for Purim. This is considered one of the most joyful holidays in Judaism. It commemorates the events of the Book of Esther, and it is when the Jews of ancient Persia were saved by a plot to destroy them. And so this is a holiday here where people dress up in costumes and they celebrate, and this whole neighborhood is filled with families and children, and thankfully none of them were seriously injured or killed by this missile attack. But this came, as you saw live on Fox, in a large barrage launched from the Iranian regime. And one of those cluster munitions exploded, and there is damage not just to this building, but this entire area because it rained down on the civilian population below. Bill, Dana?
Trey Hinks, thank you. I'm sure we'll see you again this hour. Bill?
Dana, there was an awful lot to go over based on what Trey is just reporting there. This assembly of clerics is significant for the succession of the next leader in Iran. They would be meeting in the town of Qom, Qom, south of Tehran, marked by this blue dot right here on the map. What the Israelis are telling us over the past 12 hours or so, they've hit 60 different strikes going after missiles and other parts.
Steven Edwards, what's up with it, my nigga? Super duper salute. He say, let's go, old nigga, bruh. It's going down. Y'all already know what time it is. It's going down. We at war. We ain't finna stay here long. This is just a walk down.
To the Iranian terror regime throughout the country.
This just how we opening the door, man. That boy said, did you DoorDash yesterday? I'm out early again on my day off getting that money on. Listen, when I get off this first stream, I'm going to go DoorDash. Then I'm going to do the second stream on the second channel. Hopefully I get done with enough time to go DoorDash one more time. Then I'm going to sleep and getting up for work tomorrow, going to work, getting off work, getting back on stream, DoorDashing, stream, DoorDash, sleep, work, do it again, my nigga. Fuck it.
So let's keep a very close eye on this. Meanwhile, in the Persian Gulf, you got the Iranian.
Bro, have you guys seen, Mike from the Field says, fucking dumb war, Iran just defending themselves, LOL. Have you guys seen yesterday, Trump said he is ready to go to war with Iran for the next, 5 or 6 months? So we're going to call that what? Years? He said he's ready to go to war for the next 6 months. Man.
Navy, of which they had 11 ships, and this is one of them.
How can you put a time limit on a war? First he said expect it to last a few weeks, right? Then now he's saying possibly a couple of months. Nigga, is there a time limit on war?
All 11 have been disassembled in the Persian Gulf, and they are out of service. And I can show you a little bit over here on the geography. Gulf of Oman, that's where the Lincoln is. Persian Gulf over here.
I see you over there on RUMORNATI Live. Whoever just walked in, hit that like, please. Whoever walked in, hit that like, please. Everybody on RUMORNATI Network, super duper salute to y'all. Let's keep this motherfucker rolling. Keep the lights going, keep the content, keep the chat rolling. Stay active in the chat. Appreciate the like over there on RUMORNATI Live. Appreciate the like.
If you look at this red dot over here, that's a frigate that CENTCOM says that they sank earlier today. That all these are naval bases here in the Persian Gulf, which would symbolize that ship I just showed you. All 11 now out of commission. Move on over here to the region. These are the retaliatory strikes. That's Bahrain on Saturday. Retaliatory strikes in the region so far that Iran has reached out against, all right? A lot of these Gulf countries, okay? 11 on our map so far. And you heard Jennifer mention the U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia late last night. It was hit by at least 2 Iranian drones, maybe 3. And so far.
Exactly. The U.S. Embassy in Saudi Arabia. They also, I heard they bombed the leading supplier of oil. This is ours. This is everything we did. All the yellow is what we did. See this little bit of yellow over here? That's what we did. All this red, Iran ain't playing, boy. Iran ain't playing. See, the thing is, Iran don't have no nukes, but they got ballistic missiles. They do have ballistics, and they're using their ballistic missiles and their drones to bomb everything over here. The ballistic missile's not gonna reach the United States, but all this shit over here gonna get tore the fuck up.
Far today, by the way, that embassy was empty. The American embassy in Kuwait has been closed, and we'll look for other developments throughout the area. U.S. government saying American citizens, if you're in these Gulf countries, to go ahead and find a commercial route out. Perhaps easier said than done for the next couple of days with the airports the way they're lining up. Let me move to this. U.S. Embassy in Riyadh is a substantial, I mean, look, you got a swimming pool, you got tennis courts, pretty good place to be dispatched, but not during this time when the Iranian drones come flying in. We'll update that throughout the day. Think about now what the proxies for Iran have been reduced to. Think about this now. Hezbollah launched rockets into northern Israel 2 days ago, and the Lebanese government condemned Hezbollah. When has that happened? It's happened now. Hamas has been neutralized here in Gaza. The Houthis down here at Yemen, after firing so many missiles into Israel over the past year.
Turbo Munch says, bro needs to calm down. He's real excited. Stinson says, America's had submarines everywhere. You ain't seen nothing yet. Stephen Edwards says, that means there will be boots on the ground. Whoever is the praying type better do so for our troops, because they're gonna need it. Facts. Did you guys see the young lady that was surprised she was gonna actually have to go to war, where she said she thought this was gonna be an easy check? She thought being in the armed forces was gonna be an easy check because there was nothing to worry about. America was at peace. Now she's panicking, heading over there, fearing for her life. Yeah, this is real live war. And exactly, Stephen Edwards, what you said is 100% correct. President Trump did say that more American troops will be sent. They are increasing the force. So, yes, there will be boots on the ground. I'm assuming that's what he said. He said that, yeah, they are. They're moving in on them, plain and simple. So, you're right. He already said prepare for more American casualties. People are going over there to die. And a lot of people here in America feels like this isn't even our war. They feel like we're doing this on the strength of Israel, our little brother, who keeps poking people in the forehead and keeps starting shit and then calling us. Hey, big bro, they said they're gonna beat on me. You didn't. Okay, we gonna defend you, but you didn't say you was over there throwing rocks at their car and shit, nigga, and slapping their little brothers, and you didn't say what you was doing. Turbo says it's Iraq 2.0. It will fracture and turn into a great mess. Mike from the field said, when was the last time we had a war off someone attacking us first? I couldn't answer that, sir. Stephen Edwards says Pearl Harbor. Okay, there's your answer. Hold on, Stephen Edwards says there's going to be a lot of American casualties, and Mel says, hello, what's up, Mel? Stinson says it had to be done. Mel said hi on two channels. Let's go over there on RUMORNATI Live. I see y'all. We got the viewers over there on RUMORNATI Live. I need y'all to run the likes up, please. Whoever you are in RUMORNATI Live, I see you guys. I appreciate you guys. Run the likes up, please. Run the likes up. Let's continue with the content, guys. Everything we are watching is being viewed under the Fair Use Act for commentary, education, research, or satirical purposes only, or education as well. I'm sure I said that. And the views and thoughts expressed in these artworks do not necessarily represent the views and thoughts of the RUMORNATI Network. Now that we got that out the way, we are streaming live from a tent in the woods in Wyoming. This is the RUMORNATI Network, and shit, let's go. Run the likes up.
They've been quiet. Here in Iran, the Revolutionary Guard Corps, they are under tremendous pressure now. The Shiite militias in Iraq, however, we have reports of them acting out against U.S. bases that are stationed in the eastern part of Iraq and the northern part of Iraq. But this is a substantial adjustment in Middle Eastern power that runs against the regime in Iran. Let's move on over here. I'll rejoin my partner, Dana, over the desk here, and we'll bring in Dan Senor to pick it up.
Yeah, Dan Senor, thank you so much. He's the host of Call Me Back. It's a podcast I have to listen to anytime it's on. I almost feel like there's no better guest for us right now than you. And maybe let's start with the breaking news that Trey Yingst just had about this possible attack on the Assembly of Experts in Iran.
Well, there's been two supreme leaders in Iran since the revolution. Ayatollah Khamenei, most recently, until he was killed, and Ayatollah Khomeini. It is the most important figure in this regime. If the U.S. government and Israel are committed to an end to this regime, then it seems that making sure there's not another supreme leader is important. So them trying to appoint a new supreme leader, as one friend of mine said the other day, is like becoming the drummer in Spinal Tap. You know, the drummers just keep getting disappeared, you know, and so you don't want to be anointed a new supreme leader of Iran if this is what the U.S. and the Israeli government are focused on. I think right now, Iran is heading in one of two directions from U.S. policymakers' perspective. One is, do you do sufficient damage to Iran's military capabilities, destroying, obviously, its nuclear program, but also its missile production program, its drones, and really degrade its capacity to be a menace in the region, and yet find someone multiple layers down who can kind of run the place. It's sort of like the Venezuela model, and have Iran be kind of a shadow of itself in terms of its reach in the region. That's one approach. The other approach is really put enormous pressure on the regime to the point that it invites real protests like we saw 2 months ago to put pressure from internally on the regime, that the regime just can't survive, that there's no one in the regime, the current regime, to deal with, to run the place, and then something else emerges.
Dan, I want to play this from Benjamin Netanyahu last night. He was on with Sean Hannity. There's a lot of concern about how long this thing goes. You were in Iraq 20 years ago. I'll ask you about that momentarily. First, from the Israeli Prime Minister last night.
Oh, man. Stephen Edwards says there's going to be a lot of American casualties. Stinson said it had to be done. Mike from the Ville said, did it, Stinson? Stephen Edwards says, no, the fuck, it didn't. Mike says there was no imminent danger. Antonio De La Rosa says we either take it to them on the yard or end up dealing with it on our yard. Which do you prefer? That's the question for those who oppose. The probability of these wars being fought on American soil is low. Once again, like we said yesterday, we do have to worry about sleeper cells, but the probability of actual war for us, our day-to-day life changing the way that theirs is, with the coffee shops and the religious buildings and the government buildings and the schools are getting blown up, and we're having to watch the sky and listen out for sounds. And I don't think we'll ever be like that because of where we are geographically and where we place ourselves geographically as opposed to others. Where we sit at is a big land mass between two great masses of waters. And then there's two countries on the top and bottom of us. You can't just get to us like that if your weapons don't reach. We're going to see you coming. Then we have, as someone stated in the chat earlier, submarines. We have soldiers stationed, bases implanted in so many places around the country. We're already on your neck. We don't have to get to y'all. We're right there with y'all. Maybe not in full capacity, but we're already there. We're already implanted in a point to do damage to any other country, just about. They're not set up like that with us. I personally don't think it's gonna happen. It could, but I don't think so. Mel says, feeling generous, donates $2. What the hell? Mel says, feeling generous, donate to $ the RUMORNATI network on Cash App. Let's go. Stephen Edwards says, they wasn't bringing anything to our yard in the first place. Facts. Lion says, how do they know where the leaders were? That's a good question. How did they know? Stinson says, try not to get emotionally invested. It's only war. Some people have sons and daughters going over there to fight in that war. So I think it would be difficult to tell them not to get emotionally invested. But as somebody who's just sitting down, being a beneficiary of the American system and how strong they are, yeah, maybe you don't need to get emotionally involved because there's going to be casualties. Kids are going to die. Not American kids, hopefully, right? But kids over there have already passed, supposedly. It is what it is. Turbo says, this Israel Shills stream, KK, I'm out. I don't even know what that means. Shout out to you, Turbo. Stephen Edwards says, have a great day, sir. Turbo, please Don't, bro. We slide for ourselves here. Turbo says Fox bullshit news. No, Tony says Fox bullshit news. Turbo says they big as hell. Antonio says, tell yourself that. I seen the live footage last night. America isn't getting the truth. It's worse than we know here. I'm sure it's worse there. Mike from the Ville said this shit be like talking to children. Antonio says, better pray to whatever higher being you believe in to get right. They chanted death to us for near 5 decades. It's inevitable we had to get this over with, over there, not here. That's what in a sense, we're saying the same thing because I'm saying the fight is not coming to America, and it sounds like at the end of the day, you're basically saying it had to happen over there. It was going to happen over there regardless. That's what we do. We don't fight here. Do we take casualties here? Do like little one-off events happen here? One-off tragedies happen? Yes, but do we have actual wars here like that? Ongoing wars continuously where it's changing our day-to-day lifestyle? No. Not in our lifetimes we haven't. Is there a possibility it can happen? Yes, but the probability is low, in my opinion. Just my humble opinion. I'm one man with a mask on the social media full of billions of people, right? So it's just my humble opinion. Take everything with a grain of salt. As a matter of fact, take it for entertainment. Do your own due diligence, do your own research, make your own decisions for your health, your finance, your religious beliefs. Whatever concerning your life. Make your own decisions for yourself based off your own due diligence, not something that you hear on social media, me included, bro. Now, with that being said, Night Signal Collective says, he just says death to everybody. All right, I'm not even. Big homie says, yo, Rumor, what up with it, big homie? You guys run the likes up, please. 4 more likes to get us to 15. 4 more likes to get us to 15, guys. Run the likes up. Let's go. And he says, chat, what up? Mike from the Ville says, we don't know how strong our military is for real. We are American. We get American news. You think if our military was weak, they would tell us? LOL, just saying. Don't eat the news up, y'all. I can agree with what both of you guys said, and both of you guys have some good points. Run the likes up, please. 4 more, get us to 15. Like I said, guys, we're just watching this one video. Today, we're not gonna. We did the politics. You know, we're not gonna drive it into the ground. Once again, I'm not a geopolitics specialist. I'm not an enthusiast. I'm not the most informed. So I'm not gonna spend so much time here and pretend to be. But what I will speak on what I know. I will give my opinion. Other than that, when it comes down to the facts, I'll let you guys make your own use your discernment to make your decisions on your emotions, on your actions and everything based off of how you feel on what information is given or what information you gather. Not just here, but on your own. Everybody, please do your own due diligence. Educate yourself. Seek out your own understanding when it comes to this type of stuff. And if you don't know it, find somebody who does and get a good understanding of what's going on. Have them break it down to you in layman terms in the simplest form. Get you some understanding. Be aware of what's going on around you. This world news, this is for everybody. This involves us. This is going to determine the price of our goods, our gas, everything. A lot of things will change based on war. War brings money. I'm not going to harp on it, but there we go. Mel says, good morning, beautiful people. Let your good work outweigh evil thoughts. Facts. Big homie Slim says America is known for pushing fake propaganda to its citizens. Is that a open hand chop? Wow! Open hand chop. I love that name. Our military outperforms every single military in the world combined twice over. It's quite ridiculous at this point. And that's why, in my opinion, and some others, we are the world authority. We are the police. That's why we're everywhere. We're positioned pretty much everywhere. Nigga, we are the bullies. We call the shots. I'm not saying that we can't be beaten. I'm just saying it ain't gonna be that easy. Stephen Edwards says, oh, you think so? Never underestimate anyone, especially the big three. The big three we talked about yesterday. The big three. Who else got the same nuclear? North Carolina. North Korea. This boy said North Carolina. North Korea, China, and Russia. Stinson says Donald showing he can get down with it. You said that like he dancing or something. Hold on, let's just see how many real quick. Let's just see, right? Us and Russia, us and Russia have about the same amount of nukes. They got 5,459 to 5,977. We got about 5,000 to 6,000. We got about 5,000 to 6,000. This is who could give us a run. Hold on. Mel says, like, share, hype, and subscribe over there on RUMORNATI Live. And she says, please hit the thumbs up. Y'all run the likes up on RUMORNATI Live, please. And on the RUMORNATI Network. Thank y'all. We need one more like to get to 15, guys. One more like to get to 15. Let's go. Okay. Of these, roughly 1,588 to 1,718 are actively deployed on strategic missiles and at bomber bases, while the remainder are in storage or awaiting dismantlement. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, Russia only, see, this includes retired warheads. So approximately, okay, so they have less than 2,000. Okay, so they have less than 2,000. That's pretty much ready to go. Russia maintains a significant non-strategic stockpile estimated between 1 and 2,000 warheads, not limited by the New START Treaty. Okay. How many nukes does, let's see, China? 600. Keep in mind it only takes one to do multiple years and multiple multiple thousands of miles of damage. One nuclear warhead. Even though we have many more than them, we can destroy their whole everything. One nuclear warhead is enough to fuck up a lot of stuff. And the lasting effects, it makes the land unlivable. It makes the world, everything that it hits, it's unlivable. It's gonna be radiation, and then people are gonna come out later on with the people that survive and they have babies. It's gonna be deformities, and they're gonna lack functional skills, all kinds of stuff. Kind of like the hills have eyes thing. North Korea real quick. They have 70 to 90. Excuse me, they have 50 with enough material to produce 70 to 90 plus. The arsenal is primarily designed for delivery via medium-range ballistic missiles, with ongoing efforts to expand weapon-grade material production. Production capacity. North Korea is believed to have enough plutonium and highly enriched uranium to build 45 to 55 nuclear weapons, with 20 to 50 currently assembled. All right. Thank you guys for the likes. 5 more. 5 more, get us to 20. Run the likes up, please. All right. Let's get through this video, then we're going to switch topics, guys. We're going to get to the topics that's in the title. Everybody who's here strictly for this, thank you very much. We appreciate you. If you want to stick around, feel free to stick around. Make yourself at home. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Go ahead and kick your shoes off. Just don't put them on the living room table. That means Make yourself comfortable. Speak how you want to speak. Have your train of thought. Have your own opinion, but just be respectful. Don't put your shoes on the table. You know what I'm talking about? Don't discriminate against nobody. Don't call nobody anything slanderous. Nothing like that. But we don't have to love or even like each other. We just got to be able to coexist. All right. Now, with that being said, we're going to get back to the content. I appreciate you guys running the likes up. 5 more will get us to 20. Let me get off in this chat real quick. Big homie says, hold on, let me go. An open hand chop. Russia can't even take over a small country right next to them. Mike from the field says, we don't even have the biggest military. Captain Tino says, hey, what's the word, Rumonati, my G? What's up with it, Cap? What's up with it? Everything good? Thomas Knapp says, they have their own problems. They are not a problem. Stephen Edwards says, you think that was what happened in Ukraine? An open hand chop says, we have the most powerful military by far. China counts their fishing boats in their Navy, so that doesn't count. Yeah, fishing boats for the Navy don't count, bro. It does, but what the fuck is that gonna do against a bomb? Better even a machine gun. Open hand says most of Russia's nukes are inoperable. Yeah, we just read that for sure. Appreciate the info, bro. Stinson says nukes will never happen. Let's hope not. Kierd says not 6. Mike from the Ville says, you sleep fam thinking China Navy ain't bigger. Uh-oh. Big homie says anybody who think the Ukraine is beating Russia is delusional. AOP, let me guess. Oh, you talking about open hand chop. Let me guess, you an American told you that. Big homie, Russia is kicking the Ukraine's ass. Stinson, America would only use a nuke if attacked by a nuke. They unload everything. Let's not wait to get attacked by a nuke before we drop one. America, I don't think we're waiting on anything. I think if we have a half of an inkling that you want to drop a nuke on us, we're going to tear your whole shit up. We're going to send everything we got to your ass. That's what it seems. The president we have in there now, he ain't so... You know, when back in the day when guys used to pretend they want to fight, and they flinch at you, and they might flinch at each other. Nobody really want to fight, and they doing shoulder to shoulder. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You swing, you swing. You flinch at Trump, he might, bow, right in your face. Trump is the guy, if you flinch, he shoots a gunshot in your face. Trump ain't playing, bro. Like him or not, he's very active. He's gung-ho. His finger is on every button. Every button. Trump is trying to change shit that he like. He want to press the button to change it. Trump is trying to change everything. Everything has to have some sort of action or change under the Trump regime. This shit is crazy. Okay, so if he even smells somebody speaking of a nuclear or any kind of attack, that's their ass. Yes, I feel like a lot of American lives are going to be lost, possibly unnecessarily, right? Maybe unnecessarily. But do I feel like Trump is going to allow anything other than sleeper cell one-offs? No country is going to threaten us. No country is going to aim nothing our way, shoot nothing this way without us sending everything we got at there. I'm sorry. I don't see it, bro. This motherfucker's not playing. You don't have to like him, but you got to know he's active. Big homie says, and that's basically an American and Russian war. They're using American weapons and intelligence plus more. Mike from the Ville says, AOP, you talk like a true American, clueless about anything outside of this country. Put that flag. Oh, pull that flag out you. Wow. Big homie says, as Stephen Edwards, facts, Russia playing with Ukraine at the end of the day. Russia is playing with Ukraine. At the end of that war, the Ukraine will be overran by Russia and their leader will be brought to America where they will protect him here. Uh-oh. Stephen Edwards says, China has the capacity to send millions of troops to our soil. That's the difference. Reason being, he still will be the voice of Ukraine, so America is just going to keep using him as a puppet, big homie says. Mel said, it's so sad because you want to be patriotic, but I would never want none of my little cousins fighting for this country. Stinson says, who's the strongest leader in the world? Who's the strongest leader in the world, guys? Big homie says, don't send your kids to finish a war politicians started. Males, facts, me either, unless they touch down here. If it comes here, I'm going to do what I have to do to defend mine, Stephen Edwards says. USS Cole was sank by a fishing boat for perspective, Mike from the Ville says. Oh, shit. I just talked shit about a fishing boat going up against American weaponry, and according to Mike from the Ville, the USS Cole was sank by a fishing boat. And you know what we like to do over here, right? Let's just see. Although I trust my homie, right? Let's just see. We got to look it up.
Shout out RUMORNATI and the goo.
Shout out RUMORNATI.
Yeah. USS Cole, DDG 6767, was severely damaged on October 12, 2000 by a small boat filled with explosives that approached the ship while it was refueling in the port of Aden, Yemen. The attack, orchestrated by Al-Qaeda, involved the suicide bombers who steered the boat alongside the destroyer, creating a 40-foot wide hole in the hull, killing 17 sailors and injuring 39. Wait a minute, that's different. That's different. That was an unexpected attack by a boat that was riddled with explosives with people that were ready to die. Not saying that the Chinese military isn't willing to do the same, but the thing was, this ship was refueling, and that's a little different. Now, it's different when you see the ships coming towards you and you know they're full of bombs. You shoot them and you blow them up before they reach you. So although you do have a point, yes, a ship was sank by a boat filled with explosives. It was a small boat. The probability of that happening when we're at war facing each other, and I know you're coming towards me with those boats intending to kill, instead of me just sitting over here and then you just happen to come by and boom, out the blue, where we thinking that, oh, this boat is a fucking DoorDash boat, it's delivering food, or a tugboat, or you know what I mean? Like, so I'm still going with my first, with what I said first, as far as them fishing boats. If we know they're coming and we are at war facing off with each other, them fishing boats ain't fucking with us. Yeah, of course we can get snuck. That's the equivalent of you having your back turned and a little 8-year-old kid with a lock on his hand coming, boom, reach around and hit you in the back of your shit, and your shit lump, your shit damaged, and people saying, oh, a little kid can beat your grown ass. Not if we squared up face to face, bro. So nah, I ain't, I still feel the same way about the Chinese when it comes to that.
The reason that we had to act now is because they were, after we hit their nuclear sites and their ballistic missiles program.
Captain Tino says U.S. got better aerial fighters and we got stealth planes. Big homie says, I put a video in the Discord under the World News where the president of Chinois saying that China has a weapon called 6-1. It has 60 nukes and 1 hydrogen bomb attached to it. Facts. Who can defend themselves against that? Blow the whole damn boat up, whatever attached to it. But you're right. Mel says he's very reactive, which makes me nervous. The Queen of the Graham says they sent the Trojan horse. They should have known. That's all I'm saying. That was, they were looking out for that, right? Mike from the Ville says, yeah, so Buddy who said laughed at fishing boats being counted looks crazy. Niggas don't know about war or strategy. He's the type to ignore the boat being blown to bits. God damn, that's that is a tongue twister. He's the type to ignore the boat being blown to bits. I said it. Stinson says, what side is God on? Mike from the Ville says, never underestimate during war. And moving on, Stinson says, God already saved Donald once. Big homie says that was staged. Which one was staged, big homie? What was staged? What was staged? Yeah, I'm just saying. Ain't no Shih Tzu beating no pit bull if the pit bull see the Shih Tzu coming. It's not happening. This is Benjamin Netanyahu, right?
I think they learned a lesson, but they didn't. because they're unreformable. They started building new sites, new places, underground bunkers that would make their ballistic missile program and their atomic bomb programs immune within months. If no action...
It's time to get sinister. I'm the prime minister. I'm the prime minister. I'm the prime minister. They ain't like me. They ain't about this. They ain't like me. They ain't about this.
was taken now, no action could be taken in the future. And then they could target America.
Yeah, the other thing he said last night is that this is not an endless war. He emphasized that. Why is this different, in your view, from Iraq 20 years ago?
Well, first of all, in terms of the military assets that are in the region. So in the lead up to the Iraq War in 2003, we had the equivalent of what we have now in the Middle East in terms of naval assets and air assets. The one big difference is we also had approximately 250,000 U.S. troops in the region. We don't have that now because the president has made clear he's not going to deploy ground troops. Now the question is...
Oh, hold on, Stephen Edwards. Hold on, Stephen Edwards. They said they're not deploying ground troops. Wait a minute. Does that change anything? He said the fuck song was that? Young Jeezy, the prime minister. That's that shit. Hey, big homie, what was staged? Are you talking about the boat? The boat explosion? Or something else? Yeah, that's Young Jeezy, Prime Minister. It's a whole mixtape, but that song is called The Prime Minister, but the whole tape is fire anyway, bro. Just while you outdoor dashing today, when you on your off day, that boy working 2 jobs, you know what I'm talking about? DoorDash is a job and it's stressful, nigga. That traffic get crazy. But hey, run that Prime Minister mixtape by Jeezy, or that Trapping Ain't Dead. That's a classic. That should have been the album.
Assets. The one big difference is we also had approximately 250,000 U.S. troops in the region. We don't have that now because the president has made clear he's not going to deploy ground troops. Now the question is, can Iran be sort of held together, and could there be some kind of transition without U.S. ground forces there? And I think we tend to over-analogize what is going on in Iran to the Iraq experience. They're two very different places. This could be a whole seminar, a whole podcast episode, Dana.
Let's do it.
But Iraq wasn't actually a real country. It was stitched together. Right, it was after the fall of the Ottoman Empire. It was really stitched together. There was this Kurdish area. There were Shiites. There were Sunnis. There was not a great sense of.
Feel the wrath of a soldier, the Crescent City Jesus, pack a tray deuce, and got an army about the size of Beirut to hit him. This is the Beirut skyline. Who said that? Do anybody know who said that? That nigga say, feel the wrath of a soldier, the Crescent City Jesus. That should give you a sign right there. The Crescent City Jesus, pack a tray deuce, and got an army about the size of Beirut. Anyway.
Of national unity. So the only thing that held the country together was that all these people were living under some kind of communal repression under Saddam for over 3 decades. But once Saddam was gone, it was hard to sort of hold this country together. It took a lot of work, ultimately a lot of time, and a lot of sacrifice from our end. Iran is a real country that predates the revolution. Iraq was not that. There's a real sense of national pride in this country.
We've seen that.
Right. And so I just, by the by, interestingly, in Syria.
Is that pride from before the revolution?
Totally.
Okay.
Totally.
That's important.
It predates the revolution. This is a country and a culture and a history that goes back 20 centuries. And so there was no such thing in Iraq. And so I think look, we have a tendency in U.S. policy, which is understandable, is we tend to over-categorize and kind of create these binary scenarios based on past experiences, right? And so the debate, I think, until Trump became president in this term, the debate in U.S. policy had been either kind of endless wars, right, and just quagmire, or non-intervention entirely. And that was our choice. Either we do nothing, or if we do something, we're stuck forever. And that was, what he's demonstrating is so far, we'll see, is there's some way to operate in between, as we saw in Venezuela, for instance.
I just want to say in 2026 now, not 2003, but in 2026, if this works, it's a game changer for a lot of countries throughout the world. Dan, thanks for coming on today.
But the other big thing in terms of the difference is you have the Gulf states who are now fighting against Iran. I mean, and Iran fighting against them. That's completely different.
What Iran has managed to do in terms of unifying the Gulf states with one another, and then unifying the Gulf states with Israel. Look, this has been one of the messiest geopolitical spots in the world, going back to the oil embargo in '73. We might be seeing the beginning of change.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
I'm Steve.
Hold on.
Look, this has been one of the messiest geopolitical spots in the world, going back to the oil embargo in '73. We might be seeing the beginning of change.
Thank you, Dan.
It's crazy, man. Stinson says 93 million people in Iran. No problem. Mel says, make sure you like, comment, share, hype, and subscribe. Let's go. Big homie says so much videos from different angles to show that. What was he talking about? I was trying to see what he was talking about. Mel says, what's the current? Hold on, Mel. Over on the other channel, she says, what's the currency to me? What's the currency to me is I never knew the details of the nuclear products we have.
Shout out RUMORNATI in the group.
I'm lost right there. I'm lost right there. I don't know what you're asking, so I'm going to just say, what is America's nuclear capability? The U.S. stockpile is mostly under strategic command, assigned to its nuclear triad, 19,200 to 280 triad, 2 submarine, launched ballistic missiles around 14 Ohio-class submarines, 800 to 400 silo-based Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, I may have been saying, hold on, bro. Hold on, let me clear something up.
Shout out RUMORNATI in the group.
Ballistic refers to the delivery method, a missile following a parabolic trajectory, while nuclear refers to a warhead type, an explosive device powered by nuclear fission or fusion. A ballistic missile is a rocket-propelled transport which can carry conventional or nuclear payloads, while a nuclear weapon is a destructive payload itself. Okay, so I'm saying something wrong. What it is, okay, so they do have, ballistic missiles can be nuclear as well. Hold on, wait. These missiles use rocket power to accelerate initially, then follow a free fall arc-shaped trajectory like a thrown rock to their target. They often exit the atmosphere. This is what the payload or warhead designed to cause massive death. Okay, what's the relationship? A ballistic missile can be armed with either conventional or nuclear warheads. Okay, well, why don't they have missiles to reach us? Why can't Iran's missiles reach the U.S.? Based on current intelligence and analysis of March 2026, there is no evidence that Iran possesses operational intercontinentals. Oh, that's what they don't. So they don't have intercontinentals. Iran's known missiles, such as the Shahab 3 or the whatever that word is, 1, have maximum ranges of roughly 1,200 to 1,600 miles, suitable for hitting targets in the Persian Gulf or Middle East. Okay, so excuse me. Boom. An intercontinental ballistic missile capable of reaching the U.S. East Coast would need a range exceeding 5,400 miles. Okay, which Iran is not known to possess. So excuse me, guys, I was saying something. I was using a word out of context. I was separating ballistic missiles and nuclear missiles when ballistic is the method of the delivery of the missile. The nuclear is referencing the impact, as I thought they were two separate things. My apologies. It's not that. It's not ballistic. It's a certain type of ballistic which is intercontinental. They don't have intercontinental ballistic missiles. They don't have missiles with the capability to go over 1,600 miles. To reach the U.S., they would have to go, 5,400 miles to touch the tip of the U.S. So that means, and then how far is the East Coast from the West Coast? It's like another, 2,000 or 3,000 miles. How far, hold on. How far is California from New York. Okay, let's just see. What the hell did I just spell? Okay, so they would need another 3,000 miles. So that's 54 plus 29. So let's just say 3,000 plus 55. They would need a missile that spans over 8,000 miles. They need an 8,000 mile missile. They don't have that. They don't have that. All right. Before we move on, I'm going to just Google one more thing and we can go ahead and get to the other shit. We can get to everything that's in the actual titles, which has nothing to do with no war, well, no intercontinental wars, no weapons. It's just people talking shit back and forth. But it is war of some sort, right? But anyway, let me just Google one more thing and we're going to move on. Actually, I don't have to Google it, but let's do it anyway and see, do we have weapons that'll reach from California to Iran? Let me just ask that question. Yes. All right. Nothing else to be said. Nothing else to be said. Yes, the U.S. has weapons that can reach Iran from California primarily through intercontinental ballistic missiles and long-range strategic bombers like the B-2 Spirit, which can fly from the U.S. mainland to the Middle East with in-flight refueling. All right. We can move on, guys. Hold on. What was that weapon, bro? What was that weapon you said, big homie, before we get out? You said the 6-1. You know Discord acts a little funny. Hold on, let me see. You might see a white screen, you might see a blank screen, but give me 1 second. Let me see if I can open this Discord real quick, guys. Give me 1 second. You might see a white screen, you might see a blank screen. Just let me see if I can open the Discord. Oh, it actually opened. Wow. Thank you, Discord, for not being a bitch today. Oh, maybe it did. For some reason, once I start the live, Discord seems to disable itself. That's a new development. Why it's doing that, I'm not sure. Hold on, big homie. Where we at? Is it the one you sent yesterday? Last night at 10, big homie? I think this is it. Oh, it opened in the wrong.
Not fire the first shot.
Even though you won't hear it, we'll just listen to it.
To fire the second shot. China will never allow the United States to launch a war against China, conventional or nuclear, without suffering devastating consequences. If you have not watched the Victory Day parade in Beijing on September the 3rd, one of the weapons China demonstrated, we call it 61 because it can contain 60 nuclear warheads plus 1 hydrogen bomb. Now, in the world of today, let me tell you, which country has hydrogen bomb? China is the only country with hydrogen bomb. And that ICBM can cover every corner of the world in less than 20 minutes and destroy any target in any corner of the world without any possibility of being intercepted. I hope Washington has learned the lesson. If you want to have war, you will get war. If you want to destroy China, you will be destroyed. If you want to impose nuclear war on China, you will be wiped out by nuclear war. This is very serious. China's policy is very clear. China will not.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Now let me see if I can look it up over here real quick. That's crazy.
A fleet of helicopters painted the number 80 in the sky. 80,000 doves flew high as China marked 80 years since its victory in the War of Resistance against Japanese aggression with a military parade in Beijing. The parade, lasting approximately 70 minutes and divided into two distinct phases, inspection and march past, proudly showcased a remarkable array of advanced weaponry. They showcased their military might with everything from the Guam killer missile to hypersonic weapons capable of neutralizing THAAD covering land, air, and sea. The most eye-catching weapons were China's renowned Dongfeng series missiles. The long-range missile Dongfeng 61, demonstrating its capacity to strike effectively within the mainland, was unveiled for the very first time, presumed to be an upgraded version of the Dongfeng 41 that was showcased back in 2019. The newly upgraded Dongfeng 26D missile boasts a range of 5,000 kilometers, allowing it to strike U.S. military bases effectively. The hypersonic missile Dongfeng 17 gained considerable attention during the parade. It travels at over 5 times the speed of sound and can alter its course mid-flight, making it exceedingly difficult to intercept. As a result, it is seen as a significant threat to the security systems of South Korea, the United States, and Japan. Additionally, the Hongqi 29 satellite killer alongside missiles was showcased. Air capabilities have been significantly upgraded thanks to the state-of-the-art stealth aircraft, the J-20S and J-35A, showcasing their advanced electronic warfare and command and control functionalities. Furthermore, the submarine-launched ballistic missile G-3, capable of striking the entire U.S. mainland, was revealed, sending a message that China aims to emerge as a global military superpower. Experts analyzed the parade as not merely a weapons showcase but a political and military proclamation directly challenging the U.S.-centric security order.
Wow. So
a fleet of helicopters painted the
look into that D-41 that they had before that. What was the D-41? That sounds like 40 and 1 hydrogen.
As global attention turns to China's upcoming military parade, analysts worldwide will scrutinize the display for insights into Beijing's evolving strategic capabilities. A particular focus will be placed on its advanced missile systems, which represent a significant component of its deterrence posture. These weapons are not merely symbols of power, but critical elements shaping regional and global security dynamics.
Man, get out of here. I thought you was about to. Anyway, cool. I'm assuming the 41 is just the predecessor to the 61, right? All right. We're going to get off in this chat, then we're going to switch subjects, guys. We're going to move on to something else, all right? If you were just here for that segment, super duper salute. We appreciate you, okay? If you're rocking out for the entirety, make yourself at home. Y'all already know how we do. Mike from the Ville says, Stinson would never get on the front line. Stinson says, there's presidential power, military power, economic power, and the willpower of the people. America is number one in all categories. Shady Record Shade 45 says, I hear China sent planes to Iran off the radar. Some say with the new missiles, etc. Uh-oh. Shady Records also says the people couldn't even stop a genocide, bro. What people are you talking about at Stinson? Stephen Edwards says, Stinson, cut it out. Stinson, they don't agree with you right now, brother. Go ahead and make your point, though, Stinson. Let them know what you're talking about, bro. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all having respectful conversations in the chat, respectful debates. Even if you guys don't agree, everybody keeping it, you know what I mean, respectful. Ain't nobody calling nobody out their name or threatening nobody. Let's just keep it like that, guys. We don't have to love each other or even like each other, but we got to be able to coexist. That's how America runs the way it does. It could be better if we showed each other more consideration, right? But anyway, Stephen Edwards says he dumb, but he ain't stupid. He don't want that fade. Big homie says, on God, let the world leaders fight it out. Leave China the fuck alone, Donnie. China is not fucking around. Lock the world leaders in the, Mike from the Ville says, lock the world leaders in the room and let them duke it out. I bet Trump fold first, but he got the biggest mouth. That'll be funny as hell. Shadow says, fuck. What's up with his Shadow? Big homie Slim says, fuck, bro, I'm telling you. That's what I was thinking. As soon as I heard that goddamn shit, like, fuck! We got to deal with that. Shadow says, I don't want war. Leave them crazy motherfuckers alone. Facts. Please leave them alone, bro. Mike from the Ville, I'm telling you. Stephen Evans says China definitely ain't finna play with us. The Queen of the Gram says they sold the hydro to the Arabians. Really? Did they sell? Do they only have one, or did they sell them the technology? Did they sell them one? I'm gonna look into that, guys, before we move on. I'm definitely gonna look into that. Big homie says I think that's the weapon they just delivered to Iran, and she just said, you guys just said something about. Somebody just said something about some planes and some other shit, etc. She's saying they sold it to the. Oh, this is crazy, bro. Hold on. Where are we at in this world? In the world of geopolitics, what is going on? What in the geopolitical monstrosity, tomfoolery is going on? What in the? Oh my gosh, bro. What are we really up against? Let me see. No, not the 41. Sold to Arabians. Not the 41. I need to switch that to the 61. It said they sold the 41 to the Arabians in 23, 24. It doesn't say that. It said it has. Hold on. Cristiano Ronaldo says on private jet. No. China joins the U.S.-Iran war. China sends deadly attack. China is arming Iran with attack drones, advanced missiles, and electronic warfare. Hold on, bro. I'm supposed to be moving. One of these topics we might not get to today, guys. It don't matter. We got this afternoon. We're gonna be live on RUMORNATI Live this afternoon. If you guys tuned in yesterday, we were over there. We'll be over there this evening. Probably a little more hype. Yesterday I was down, wasn't feeling so good, but hey, I still got to get the work done. And even today, I'm not feeling my best, but guess what? I'm going to do my best. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. We're going to keep rocking. And this evening, we will be live on RUMORNATI Live. So.
China is arming Iran with attack drones, advanced missiles, and electronic warfare systems, right as the United States builds up its military presence for potential strikes against Tehran. Could this be the spark that ignites a new Middle East conflict? The tension comes after the 12-day war between Israel and Iran in June 2025, which left Iran's air defenses and nuclear infrastructure severely damaged. Tehran is now scrambling to rebuild its military capabilities, and China has stepped in to fill the gap. Beijing has already delivered kamikaze drones, also known as loitering munitions, designed for precision strikes. At the same time, China is supplying air defense systems like the HQ-16 and HQ-17AE and negotiating deals for supersonic anti-ship missiles and hypersonic glide vehicles. Analysts warned these weapons could threaten U.S. aircraft carriers, stealth jets, and naval operations in the Arabian Sea and Persian.
These niggas got advanced sound weapons, bro. What is a supersonic? Hold on, bro. Hold on, my nigga.
For supersonic anti-ship missiles.
Hold on, bro. What the? Supersonic anti-ship missiles are guided ship-killing weapons that travel at a speed greater than Mach 1, typically Mach 2.5 to 3+, specifically designed to defeat enemy naval defenses through high-speed, low-altitude, sea-skimming flight. Oh, my God. So them motherfuckers break the sound. They break the speed of sound, and they just they just glide right across the top of the water. Is that what? Oh, my gosh. These fast-acting missiles reduce reaction time for defensive systems, making interception difficult. High velocity and speed. It travels at multiple times the speed of sound. Oh, okay. I thought... Okay, so they break the sound barrier. I was like, niggas, do they have a weapon where they be like, woo, 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 and the ship start cracking up or something?
and hypersonic glide vehicles. Analysts warned these weapons could threaten U.S. aircraft carriers, stealth jets, and naval operations in the Arabian Sea and Persian Gulf. China's support isn't just drones and missiles. Reports indicate Iran is receiving strategic radars capable of detecting stealth aircraft like the U.S. B-2 bomber, plus electronic warfare systems to jam F-35 jets. Chinese satellites are also providing navigation and timing for Iran's missile systems, dramatically improving precision. This marks China's largest military aid to Iran yet, signaling a deepening strategic partnership that could directly challenge U.S. influence in the region. The U.S. is watching closely. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has highlighted Iran's pursuit of intercontinental
3 more likes to get us to 25, y'all. 3 more likes to get us to 25. Let's go.
ballistic missiles, while American forces have been deployed across the region in a show of force. President Trump is scheduled to meet Xi Jinping in late March 2026. While trade will dominate, China's arming of Iran could complicate talks and increase tensions, with experts warning a single misstep could trigger a wider conflict. With U.S.-Iran diplomacy stalled, Chinese support emboldening Iran, and advanced weapons now in play, the Middle East is on a knife's edge. A sudden escalation could destabilize the region, disrupt energy markets, and pull in global powers. Is China deliberately escalating tensions, or is Iran simply defending itself? Could the next few weeks determine whether diplomacy holds or whether a new war erupts?
We out of here, man. We moving on to something else. It is what it is, bro. This is crazy. China and Russia partnered equals major problem for the U.S. We are still in debt to China. They could kill us without firing a shot, just cut off via resources. Mike from the field says. Captain Tino says, oh, word, big homie. Then USA is in trouble. Shady Records says, I don't think they have the same, but they are partners, so in war, they could help each other. Big homie says, Captain Tino, they are allies. They might do. Shadow says they finna kill us with high-pitched noises. Hey, RUMORNATI, you think Russia got the same weapons as China? Captain says. Stephen Edwards says, welcome, Mels. Mel says, I'm here for the entirety of the show. Appreciate you, Mel. Thank you for rocking out. And she says, feeling generous, donate to $therumornatinetwork on Cash App. Super duper salute to you. Shady Records says, the people couldn't even stop a genocide, bro. What people are you talking about at Stinson? Okay, says, first point, I'm all against war. One love for all people, and the people of the world versus the rich elite is the real war. Shout out to you, bro. Captain Tino says, damn, Russia and China can destabilize us. Oh, man. Big homie says, America basically in some BS because, of you know who going into everybody's country thinking they can throw their weight around. He said the white weight. Physical fighting is only part of war. Mike from the Ville says, motherfuckers be pro-America, not even realizing the things they use to vocalize how American they are don't even come from America. That's funny as hell. That's funny as hell and true. Shout out to y'all, dog. We are going to move on, all right? We're going to move on. Go to something. Mike from the Ville says, right. America would be so much better if we focused on us. Shay says, good morning, Rumor and gang. I'm off today, so I'm locked in. My plug called me from a new phone. Locked in. Shawty say he want to trade 5. Bring that clock in. They ain't search me at the door. I got that Glock in. Y'all know who that is? Y'all don't know who that is. Y'all still ain't named the first song. Do y'all know about the first field of wrath of a soldier, the Crescent City Jesus, a pack of Trey Deuce, and keep an army about the size of baby? Y'all don't know who that is. That's Mac, man, from No Limit, man. That's Mac. All right, let's get to it. We switching subjects. All right, let's just get to it. Y'all know Where's Waldo? Shadow Loke, what's up with it? Shay, what's up with it? Mel says, Shady, hey, how are you? Do you work for Shade 45? Mike from the Ville said, Tendernism. Stephen Edwards said, this man is a damn walking jukebox. I put the juke in the box. But no, man, bro, this is crazy. I have this It don't matter how small the text is, bro. I'm trying to read it. Loyalty makes you family. I guess that say blood makes you related. Loyalty makes you family. Okay. All right. We all know what's going on, right? With Walt. My boy Mike from the Ville said it best. Where's Walt, though? Right? Let's just get to it. Where has Walt been? I'm sure we all know the update. We finally heard it from the horse's mouth a couple days ago, actually. This ain't a brand new development. This has been a couple days going, right? We finally heard it from the horse's mouth. This nigga Walt ain't with Destination Smokehouse no more. I told y'all Nick, a.k.a. Destination Vlad. It ain't just me that said it. There was a cartoon out. Everybody said it. We all noticed it, but we did break it down over here, and pretty well, I think. Unc was doing the shucking and jiving. Unc caught some attention, caught some burn. Nick, who said he don't want to do social media, know he had to get in front of that camera to keep it going. He ready to cut Walt off. He got everything he needed from Walt. Then we come to find out the truth. The whole time we thinking Walt is a pit master. Let me tell you, none of this shit went the way it was. None of this shit went the way we thought it was. Remember when niggas was saying, oh, who, I think this was in the Discord call. I said this shit. I think I said it on here, not looking for no credit or nothing, but I said, bro, Walt don't want to work. Niggas trying to get Walt a restaurant. Niggas trying to put Walt back in that kitchen. Walt old, nigga. Walt don't want to work, bro. You a fool if you think Walt want his own restaurant. That ain't what this nigga want. Is it a great gesture? Was Cartel Bold heart in the right place? Of course. Man, Walt ain't trying to. Anyway, let's just get to the story, man. And I feel like we done gave the breakdown of this before it happened already. We already gave the breakdown. I swear to God, a nigga said this was what was gonna happen. I swear to God, I feel like I said these exact words. What's happening now? I swear I feel like I already said this shit. We talked about it on Discord, on live. Anyway, here we are.
What he doing, how to do it, and the recipes next.
Hold on, but this is what we didn't know. This is where me and a few other people were uninformed. We thought Walt came up with this shit. Walt came up, at the end of the day, you know what Walt came up with? A word. Shout out to him, but you know what he came up with? Tendernism. He finna tell you right here.
What he doing, how to do it, and the recipes next. Dig what I'm saying? My job here, I just support him because he's my partner and we get out like a fat rat. But when people come in here, they...
Walt, facts, big homie. Walt did give him the idea to sell barbecue, but the tendernism, the shit falling off the bone, he just made the description. He just jazzed it up. Walt wasn't the pit master. I was mistaken. Made in Day, what's up with it? I was mistaken. Shay says Alicia's co-defendants asking for a separate trial. Facts, we was talking about that shit yesterday. Them niggas wildin'. Actually, they smart. But anyway, big homie says Cartel got them real mama issues. Yeah, no comment, but shout out to him. Yeah, I understand what he's talking about. But Mike from the Ville say niggas putting coffee beans on ribs now. What the fuck? Since Walt left, don't do that. Made in Day, what up with it? Big homie says that Mike from the Ville. Yeah, Walt gave them the idea to sell barbecue. Right, he definitely did. Shay said yes, rumor. Yeah, they doing it. Uncle Walt had everybody food. Facts, I swear to God, bro. This is why you can't just Walt, not even the cook. And we should have known when the first videos Guess what Walt was doing? Opening the top of the shit. We never seen him caring for it. But we did see, it gave the image that this nigga was the pit master. Mike from the Ville, what did I say, bro? Didn't I say this nigga was a dishwasher, bro? Didn't I say that? I said, bro, Walt probably was an old nigga dishwashing, happy to have his job, everything. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, I swear to God, I said, bro, all right, y'all niggas, bro, I said, bro, I done met Walt before, nigga. Walt was the lowest nigga on the totem pole. Walt ain't this, and I'm not hating on bro. I'm not hating on Walt. Super duper salute to him. I wish him much success. I'm just saying he had everybody, the way they painted the picture had everybody fooled as if Walt was the man behind the idea. When this was just a great ruse put on by Walt and the white boy Nick together. Destination put this, they made it look a certain way together, whether it was intentional or not, who knows? It seems calculated. But Walt literally, facts, Mike from the Ville, literally was the ambassador. He was literally the ambassador, bro. Like Mike from the, yeah, you was on point about that. Bro, I said, bro, I know Walt. I've met Walt before through so many niggas. Walt is that old nigga in the back of the restaurant that wash dishes. He be mad. He smoke cigarettes. He say funny shit because he one of them old under the tree niggas. But yeah, this nigga was not, bro, this nigga wasn't even the pit master. I thought Walt was the cook. Long story short, why did Cartel Bo buy this nigga a restaurant? He's not even a cook. This ain't what Walt want. Let's just do the walk down real quick. Shout out to Cartel Bo, though. His heart was in the right place. He didn't do nothing wrong by trying to look out for this older black man and trying to make sure he leave with something. If Walt was smart, he would still, I don't know if they still got it. I don't know what the business was, but he would have took that and ran with it and make something. Nigga, y'all thought I cooked. I done watched them motherfuckers do it enough. At least I feel like I know what to do. I'm finna tendernism. I would have, nigga, what?
I think it's like, oh, Walter is the, no, Nick. Nick is the one who produced all the food here at Destination. And that's what we do, right here at Destination. Did I think it was gonna go viral? Is he getting down right now? I think he's doing a goddamn magnificent job, excuse my French, but I think he getting down like.
So right here, he just said, it's Nick's everything, he just promotes.
See?
Everybody knew that was going to happen except for Uncle Tendernism.
Oh.
And then when we tried to tell
Mr. Tendernism coming to y'all. You know, I just got off the freeway kind of late at night, but I want to know y'all come on my page. Official Mr. Tendernism, Walter Johnson. Yes, sir. Y'all come on down now. I'm the Tendernism original. Not nobody else. The original Tendernism. Booyah.
Unc don't want to work, bro.
A question I think everybody been wanting to know is, are you?
And then look at, you know, this nigga ain't good from no. This nigga just wiped his nose and shit. Like, look at Unc, he looking sick. And let's not act like them steaks we seen this nigga flip over in that kitchen was all good looking, boy. I seen them steaks. I said, oh nah, this nigga here, oh nah.
Still at Destination Smokehouse?
No, I'm not. I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with Tendernism now. You know, I have to go on my own.
A question I think everybody been wanting to know is, are you still at Destination Smokehouse?
No, I'm not. I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with Tendernism now. You know, I have to go on my own.
Like it's a gang. That nigga say, I'm with Tendernism now.
All right, man, today on...
I'm with Tendernism now. Big homie said them steaks was still white. I knew Walt could. Bruh, come on, bruh. Mike from the Ville said, can this nigga cook for real? I got questions. Stephen Edwards said, that's that powder nose white. Oh, I told you, bruh. Come on, man. Walt cross-contaminating, Walt dirt man, Walt. I don't want that old nigga. I didn't know this nigga had mob ties tattooed. So he with mob ties? I guess so.
Real Tone TV, man. We got a special guest in the building. You know what I'm saying? Superstar. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Hit for a Bag himself. Entrepreneur, 6 businesses. The ones, bro, I've been supporting you since and you did exactly what you were supposed to do. From my eyes, as far as, yeah, because you came from the feds. So I want to give you that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
You earned it.
What's up?
Mr. Tenderism.
My boy, you know what I'm saying?
Man, so look, check this out. So Mr. Tenderism has been going viral because basically he's built up this white-owned establishment in California. Come to find out, he's being taken advantage of. They've trademarked his name. And I think yesterday they put out like he had to start a new Instagram or something like that.
Okay, so check this out. Like the people okay. You know what I'm saying? I was on my phone. This was the day before yesterday. I'm on my phone, you know, everybody got that goddamn midnight stroll. I'm strolling, I see owner of famous barbecue thing, this, that, and another. You know, they fired him and trademarked the name. You know what I'm saying? When I see fire and then trademark the word Tenderism, I instantly see, I know what's going on out back. I'm a businessman. It instantly pissed me off. So, you know, I just was like, I'll buy one. You know what I'm saying? I got on the gram, I posted, y'all get up with me. Ooh, had him hit me, he hit me. I went over there, hollered at, you know what I'm saying? Because I had been looking at some spots for that type of shit anyway. But I'm like, man, I'll buy him that. I ain't got too much time because I got the trucking company in the studio. I'm on tour right now. I got my career. And that shit just pissed me off. You know, I ain't never really wanted to get into the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? My family has, but you know what I'm saying? It just wasn't never that. So when I seen him, you feel me? That shit, I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he needed. And we fucked up because we see that shit, bro, and we don't take no action on it. You know what I'm saying? Like when everybody was flying all over the world to come see this man, you know what I'm saying? It was all love. It was all cool. Let's do some collab posts. Let's do this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? You got actors, you got comedians, you got rappers, you got this, that, the whole time, though, them people over there fucking him over. Whole time, he's an employee of their job. Like, he working there. Right. So they telling the customers who coming from all over, yeah, any donations or whatever, they got to come through us. You can't give an employee a donation or this, that, and they got to come to the company type ass shit. You know what I'm saying? They got to do this type ass shit. Like sometimes, you know, he'll get this by and get that by because he's that big and doing that much. But you already know him because I got rap friends who's been out there and did videos with this man who've told me different stories. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm like, I'm knowing, but I've also heard stories of people trying to put him on, but he just loyal to the T. Like, nah, I'm rocking with my people. I'm rocking with my man. Like, we started this together, and I'm rocking with him. Little lo and behold, Tom told the story, and they fucked over him. So what we gonna do? Look at him and laugh? We gonna look at him and shun him? We gonna look at him and tell you so? Or we gonna help our man who we know got the power of generational wealth, the power of really taking the black restaurant business to the next level, and actually putting them in position to win and create wealth for other people. Think about the employees he finna hire. Think about, you know what I'm saying? So I went over there, got the building, and gave it to him.
I hope Unc was at least a cook at one time. I hope Unc was at least a cook at one time. Because if he went and bought this man a restaurant, I hope Unc can damn cook. Because, boy, Unc himself just admitted that he wasn't the man behind the recipe. He's only the man behind the visibility. He brought the visibility to it. The whole time I'm thinking it's his recipe. They showing videos where you got Unc's. They made it look like Unc was coaching another young dude. They had Nick cooking, but then they had another young dude with another young Caucasian, it looked like, with some long black hair. You had Unc telling him what to do while he was on the grill, so they made it look. This is why I have to ask if it was strategic. They made it, or was he a cook at one point, or what happened? Because they made it look like Unc knew what he was doing on that grill in the beginning. Then when it got rolling, he's no longer opening the smokers and showing you the inside. He just running around taking it off the bone saying Tendernism, they got the other people back there. So it's like, that's when I knew then. I said, okay, Unc don't want to cook. Now I'm questioning, can Unc even cook? You know what I mean? I seen this shit, bro. I swear to God, I broke this shit down, bro. If you in the Discord, you would know, bro. I don't think I went, not saying I was trying to go hard on some debunking, on some don't be fooled shit. I'm just saying I felt like I knew what this story was. It just looked another way. I said this shit in the Discord, bro. And I'm standing on Unc don't want to fucking cook. He's going to have to keep this shit going because now, check this out. If you didn't create the recipe, there's nothing you could take to no other restaurant besides showing your face and saying Tendernism. So now you want to be an influencer. How long is that going to last with just one word? And just, excuse my language, dog. Don't take this no kind of way, but how long is you going to just be able to shuck and jive? You got to have something else, either some other skill. You got to bring words of wisdom. It can't just be a bunch of old Negro babble. Like, it has to be a purpose behind it. You can't just Guess what? Every day, you gotta feel go out there and do your best. Because if you do your best, the best gonna come to you. That's all I got to say every day. That shit gonna get old. You can get that from anybody. What's gonna be his real value past, for lack of better terms, buck dancing in front of a camera? And we want him to win, but does he have a skill? Is somebody gonna get next to him and manage him and train him on what to do on social media to make it? Because right at this point, anything he gets from social media and all that is gonna be people basically looking out for him. We're gonna carry him from here on out. We're gonna basically be paying him and carrying him. Like for an example, but maybe not the best one, but Brorilla. She's being carried by people wanting to eat off her popularity. Unc's popularity ain't even that high no more to where people going, and all he does is say tendernism. He ain't doing no skits. He ain't bringing no new recipes to your restaurant. Like if you're a small upcoming restaurant, he may be able to bring you some visibility. So now you got people who like Keith Lee who want to give Unc $4,000 or $5,000, and now Unc's starting to do pop-ups for $250, $300, maybe $500. But he still got to travel and get there. He still got to, eat and shit. Why? Well, I guess you're gonna give him food while you eat it. But it's like, so at this point, unless Unc has a skill or something else to bring, we really just gonna be carrying him, to tell the truth. That's just being honest. No hate, it's just being real. Oh, you better get a perspective or something. You better start talking about the war or something, nigga. You gotta do something else besides tender, nigga. Boy, you gonna fall off the goddamn bone. Unc done fell off the bone. How long is that gonna last, bro?
Tell Uncle Tendernism that this is what was going to happen. Everybody knew that was going to happen except for Uncle Tendernism.
Oh, Uncle Tendernism is funny as fuck. Joe Budden, you dead wrong for that, dog. I ain't gonna lie, that shit funny.
Everybody knew that was going to happen except. Everybody knew that was going to happen except for Uncle Tendernism. Oh. And then when we tried to tell Uncle Tendernism that this is what was going to happen, he
2 more likes to get us to 30, guys. 2 more likes to get us to 30. Let's go. Run them up. Please, I appreciate y'all. Most aggravating chat in the game. Most appreciated chat in the world. Let me check the other channel, guys. I'm sorry about that. Shay says, good morning, Rumor and Gang. I'm off today, so I'm locked in on the other channel too. Sorry, Shay. I know you said that probably 15, 20 minutes ago, but I get the babbling. I get the rambling. Shout out to y'all running it up. Run it up. Please, I need you guys to, what? Support the other channel. This nigga said Brorilla got that moose knuckle. Ugh. He said that thing. I don't want it, boy.
Showed out.
Yeah.
He said, "That's my man. This is my white brother.
Them good
he
white
would never
people around there. Them is good white
That's
people.
exactly what he said.
Us a sick master get a cold and us get a cold. He old though. You know?
We sick. He one of them. Damn, they trying to say Unc one of them we sick niggas. Master sick. We sick.
I'm saying the older people with the good hearts and they with who they with, and that's it. You can't tell them nothing about these
He
people.
come from a different generation anyway, but I feel like no matter what, we will be behind his old ass and we will help him out. But we all knew that was going to happen. We did. We seen it set up, you know?
So Uncle Tendernism, which is the older black gentleman who popularized the Destination Smokehouse restaurant out there in Cali somewhere, and that's a white man that owns it, right? And that white man trademarked the name tenderism. Tendernism, whatever it is.
Tenderism.
And people tried to tell homeboy, hey, he tried to trademark this 3 different ways without including you. You might want to just be careful. And the older gentleman was like, no, I'm getting paid. That's my man. It's fine. So now word on the street is that they've split up. Old Mr. Tendernism is not working with the white man, even though the white man is still publishing videos on his page to make it look like they are.
Of course.
I have not fact checked this, but the older gentleman is saying, hey, y'all can follow me on here, which is his own socials now. He's calling himself the original Mr. Tenderism, and he might actually be using tenderism now instead of tendernism. But yeah, he's got people offering to open up restaurants for him out in Houston that he's negotiating currently, and he's showing us all this on his socials.
That's good.
Hopefully, white boy Roy didn't get the recipe. Because once you got the recipe, it's a wrap.
That's not true. Not necessarily.
Well,
You can give someone all the recipe in the world. They ain't got the sauce.
Right, yeah. And the selling is him. It's him.
Bar.
It's the fact that he's this older guy doing barbecue. So that my word would be he just get himself in another bad deal because he don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Once you scale anyway, the man not going to be at every single restaurant every single night.
True.
So I had to teach somebody how to do what I'm doing so that the flavor could be the same even when I'm there or when I'm not there.
That's a good point.
So once I give the shit away, to your sauce point,
But that's the thing though, Ish. They didn't go viral for the taste of the food. They went viral for the flavor.
for the shit falling off the bone.
Yeah, and him.
Yeah, nobody
It's
know how the
him.
food tastes but
We
Keith
have-
Lee and Jordan.
Facts, and I don't even think, and I feel like
And
a
that's what you
situation like that, people go to the restaurant, they go take a picture with him. Line long, they didn't get no barbecue. It's him.
Word,
It's
because
all
I
him.
ain't gonna hold you. When Salt Bay had his
And
run and was
nasty
opening up
ass shit.
restaurants, niggas
Salt
told
Bae
me that
nasty?
steak tasted like pure rubber.
Donkey shit.
Really?
Shut up.
They said that steak was horrible.
Nigga wasn't going. They didn't give a
Niggas
fuck.
was going for the picture of the little salt
They
sprinkle
come up with
shit.
the briefcase and do all that extra shit they was doing and then do the little.
He started getting kinky, started kissing niggas' bitches in the mouth.
Throwing food in your chick
Yeah,
mouth.
he started getting kinky for you to watch me. I get to
Great
lick your girl's titty.
Great marketing to push a bad product.
True. Yeah. Yep. A restaurant, any of that. Yeah. In a heartbeat.
And to Mona, your point, I don't know that the original Mr. Tendernism is trying to get in a deal.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's trying to be a restaurant owner, right? He could just be licensing or attempting to license his name and his popularity to somebody who has the money is going to open up the restaurant, get their own chefs in there, and just bring a crowd. Like, I don't know that he want to be bothered with the nuts and bolts of it.
Nigga, George Foreman sold his name to them.
That's what I said. He's old, bro. That nigga don't want to do that. That nigga don't want to do that. This old man don't want to cook no more. They trademarked it for apparel sales, for restaurant names. I don't know the third trademark. His name ain't on none of the shit. Anyway, we can move on, man. It ain't much more to be said about this.
So you've already called him.
It's done. I don't be talking this shit, okay?
Right.
That means I'm not like, and no pun intended, but you see me with, you don't never really see me holding money too much. I don't, and because one thing I got from Jay-Z, if you can.
Hold on, let's go to Walt Instagram and see what he's talking about real quick. They talking about this shit posted. Hold on. And Walt is very, if you know about body language, man, listen, bro, Walt is unhappy. It's something to be said. Look at his posture. Are body language analysts always right? 100%? No. Just like polygraph isn't always right because it's based on what? Blood pressure or some shit like that. And some people, it's everybody's different, right? But it's a sign of, I know this is Mr. Tendernism, and I'm not even, but it's timidnism, right? Timidnism, but no, he's with the arms tucked behind the back, the leaning forward, the talking with the arms, tucked behind his back, the little, it's.
Be able to beat, bro, your ass. Come on.
Mr. Tendernism coming to y'all. I just got off the freeway kind of late at night, but I want to know y'all come on my page. Official Mr. Tendernism, Walter Johnson. Yes, sir. Y'all come on down now. I'm the Tendernism original. Not nobody else. The original Tendernism. Booyah.
Unc ain't feeling that shit. Unc don't want to do that. I don't care what nobody say. Unc don't even want to do that. He wanted that deal. He wanted the white boy to do right, and he ride that off into the sunset. Unc wanted Nick to do right, and he ride that off into the sunset, plain and simple. Hold on. I'm not, Mike from the field says, Unc body language says, I'm tired and want to be retired. Facts. No views. Let's see.
I'm gonna be quick today. I know you guys are getting used to this, so I don't want to make it boring.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Anyhow, look at that. Look at that. And watch this. Come on. We're gonna try this first. Nice.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
All these meats, I was already saying, like, even the vibrance
Oh, he got a new wall. Who is that?
with the color there. And the flavor is insane. Yeah, the flavor is...
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
A little bit too much resistance on that. Slice is a little thick, but let's see what the flavor's like.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Flavor, buttery, good hint of smoke. Wow, tastes more like steak today, which is good.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
This menu is what it is. This young man from Brazil, you already know me and...
Don't touch me and push, boy. That's yeah. Boy, you can't replace Walt, boy. They gonna be on your ass. Don't you start no IG.
My background, we have people from all over the world working.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Destination, one in the nation.
Damn, this must have been that last work. Damn, that might have been some of the last work. He trying to dance. Oh! He tried to shuck and jive. He tried to nig it up.
Walt, you are fired. Tendernism is all mine.
But I thought we were partners, Nick?
I am tired of you stealing my spotlight, Walt. I am the star here, not you. The people live me, not you, massa. Sorry, Walt, the Tendernism trademark is all mine.
But I am Mr. Tendernism.
Sorry, Wall. You can use that work anymore without paying me.
I thought we were friends.
Walt, you are fired. Tendernism is...
All right. Damn, Walt. Who said Unc not fired? Boy, it's an update, brother.
Question I think everybody been wanting to know is, are you still at Destination Smokehouse?
No, I'm not. I'm not at Destination Smokehouse. I'm with Tendernism now. You know, I had to go on my own.
Now, the craziest part about all this to me is the whole time Unc really needed that $5,000 from Keith Lee.
So, update. We could not get to Unc. Security said it was over with for the day. They said that he was filming something. We had $5,000 in cash, or $4,000 in cash that we was gonna give him a hand. They didn't take it.
The owner, Nick from Destination Smokehouse, got up there and said,
like, he really thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help. How are you gonna tip a business owner? Tip the whole staff. Accepted that.
How is that even your decision to make, bro? How are you making a decision what Unc's supposed to do with his money? That's what threw me off, man. What, like a month later, now Unc has a GoFundMe page? So he obviously did need that bread, bro. That just goes to show what he was feeling.
Listen to me, OG. For our culture, for our people, you mean something to us.
We was...
He got up there and said, booyah. Bro, I told y'all Unc ain't got nothing else to do, bro.
Right, y'all? You went completely out your way to make it be known that Unc didn't need that $4,000.
2 more likes get us to 35, dog. 2 more likes. Let's go.
$5,000.
He thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help.
Trying to manipulate Unc. Trying to manipulate our Unc. Talking about Unc. Yeah, he thinks you just some poor old man that needs people's money. Nigga, what? Anybody can use $5,000, man. Talking about it could go to the this, that, and the third. Now you was hating on Unc. You was jealous of Unc. And for what? I sat back and I was patient with this until Unc made it known that he wasn't working with them no more. Because you know how the internet could get. But now that he just put it out there, sometimes it take people a little bit longer to wake up to a situation. Maybe he thought Nick was gone. He went out his way to say.
So I don't want nobody to be, it is what it is. You got to move on. When things happen, you don't get mad. Hey, you just take another step. Get glad. Praise the Lord, you're still living. But just, hey, I'm finna tenderize the world now.
Get the fuck. This nigga said I'm finna tenderize the world, bruh. Hey, shout out to Unc, man. He got him 25K. That's crazy. Anyway. Jacob says, what do you expect him to do at this age? Oh, I been stated my piece. That nigga don't want to do nothing. Unc don't want to work. I told y'all that. From here on out, if the internet cares so much, they're gonna have to carry Unc till it's over for him. Just to be honest, what is Unc finna do, bro? If he don't really cook, if he wasn't the cook, he wasn't the one with the recipe, none of that shit, what is Unc really about to do? But we can move on. We're about to. Mel says, feeling generous, donate to the RUMORNATI Network, $, the RUMORNATI Network on Cash App. Please send $1, send 2, send 3, send 3,000, whatever you want to send. Shay says, told y'all he got fired. Dude was jealous. Man, listen, I've been told niggas. This shit here, this was a story. This wrote itself out before it happened, bro. Niggas seen this shit, and not all that famous aiming shit. I'm talking about I seen the inside of this shit. I told niggas Unc was the dishwasher. Hold on, here go them steaks. Look at them damn steaks, boy. Unc ain't no real cook.
Look at this right here. This is gonna be rare. It's gonna self-destruct after 10 minutes. That might be seconds. I'm finna put these old steaks on for it, boy. Look here. I got something for today. Yeah, this Tendernism. Y'all ain't seen Tendernism like this before. Yeah. We're gonna grab off this. Gonna have a little fun. All right. I like that pepper flavor come in.
Then he putting pepper and shit. Nigga, that ain't how you, Unc don't know what the fuck he doing, bro. And you ain't even you gotta put them in the oven to finish them off if you got them thick steaks and you want them at a certain temp. But Unc, anyway, I sound like I'm hating. I'm not hating. I swear to God, I'm not hating. I ain't say nothing bad about Unc getting the 20K plus, 20 plus K. I'm just saying, I don't think Unc want no restaurant. This shit Unc doing right here, cooking his little meal and shit, that's the most he want to do. Unc don't want to have the responsibility of taking care of an entire restaurant, all the logistics, all the ordering, all the inventory, all the financial. Unc don't want to do that, bro. Nigga old as hell, man, probably been washing dishes. He thought this was his big break.
Yeah.
In order for this to be Unc big break, we got to take care of him for the rest of his time, bro. Because what real skill does he have? Is Unc a comedian? Is he going to be a motivational speaker? He going to have to do something else other than just tendernism and Negro haikus starting and bring the word. Hey, at the end of the day got to end, baby. Yeah. And what I tell you, you got to go. One thing you got to do when you go is you always got to come back. Look at here now. That ain't going to get it, bro. That ain't gonna get it. And I'm saying that with love. That ain't gonna get it, bro. Anyway, let me get off in the chat. We're gonna move on to the next subject. Stephen Edwards says, my steak gotta be mid-rare. If it ain't still mooing, I ain't chewing. Indigenous by Blood says Unc was cooking for Ron Isaac recently. Oh, okay, so Unc can actually cook. So is that what was going? See, cause this what we trying to figure out, if Unc can actually cook, bro. That's what we've been trying to figure out. Hold on, let's find that. Hold on. Hold on. We looking for the truth. We ain't just running with no bullshit now. Hold on. If he could really cook, hold on. Oh shit. I need to see more. I don't know that he cooked it. I see you taking it off the bone. Did you cook the shit? I need to see you in the kitchen. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. That's fire, and I'm glad Unc making his rounds. I'm just not sold on him cooking yet until I see him actually preparing something start to finish. I'm not sold on it, bro. Especially when he said this. He said this. Unc said this himself.
What he doing, how to do it, and the recipes, next. Dig what I'm saying? My job here, I just support him because he's my partner and we get out like a fat rat. But when people come in here, they think it's like, oh, Walter is no, Nick. Nick is the one who produced all the food here at Destination.
That's why I need to see him cook something, bro. I'm not sold yet. Just because he came in here and dropped it off the bone, he dropped all the food off the bone in these.
Are we talking? A question I think everybody.
Fuck what he finna say right here. He dropping the food off the bone right here. We thought he was cooking in. I ain't going for it. I ain't just going for it yet, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I need to see proof. I need to see proof. Captain Tino says, making a steak and cheese sub. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I ain't going for that, bro. Hell no. Stephen Evans says, wait, he can't say tendernism anymore. I thought it was his trade. I thought it was trademarked. Yeah, by the other guy. Indigenous by Blood says true. He says they just booked him. That doesn't mean he can cook. Big Face says facts. Shay says that's Indigenous me. Shay says happy for him. Oh yeah, to me too. Facts. Definitely happy for him though that he allowed to make his rounds, whether he actually cooked or not. The fact that he's allowed to be able to make his rounds and keep going is a good thing. But I'm saying how long is he gonna just be able to take a piece of meat out of a bone and say tendernism? He has to, I feel like he's going to need more unless we're just going to carry Unc out until his days end, which basically means give him free money for doing the same thing over and over. That's like y'all paying the nigga to come to your party and do that little boosted dance, that wipe me down, where that nigga do this shit and throw his hat and whatever the fuck that, like, you, that's like paying that nigga to just, like, you done did that so much, like, what else do you have? That dude is like, I'm not saying he fell off, shout out to him, but I'm saying he didn't bring anything else, so he's not popping now. Unc don't have nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, Unc don't got shit else. XN says, so wait, y'all saying the elder was the bus boy? I hope not, but that's what it seemed. I don't know, bro. He listened to his word. This were his words, bro. So I don't know. Big homie says them steaks are Caucasian. That boy, that's funny. You ain't seen Unc cooking for Ron Isley. Mike from the Ville says steaks white as hell. Mel says feeling generous. Okay, for sure. Donate to the RUMORNATI. $, the RUMORNATI network. Indigenous laughing at Big Face. Stephen Edwards says any residuals from that video goes to Destination. One in the nation. Big Face 901 says motherfucker will book anybody that's trending. They damn near book Bro Rilla at Ron Isley party. See what I'm saying, bro? Stephen Edwards says, I said that because he said tendernism in that Isley video. He didn't actually, I don't think he said it. Maybe somebody else said it. I thought it sounded like someone else said it, but I don't think if they own it, I don't know about the usage, the word. He can't put it on those shirts. He can't put it on those shirts. We're going to move on, guys. One more like and get us to 35. One more like and get us to 35. Let's go, y'all. Run it up, please. Mike from the Ville said, Big Face, that's funny as fuck. Damn, hey, listen, but on the real, I'm going to just end it off like this. We wish Unc the best. Hopefully, Unc finds his lane. The same way, Unc doing better than me. When it come down to this social media shit, Unc is doing 10,000 times better than me. So I'm not hating. I'm just being, this is my opinion on what I observed. That's all it is. It don't make it right. I'm not the standard for what is and what ain't. I'm just a guy with a mask on social media with an opinion, so take it for a grain of salt or pepper or whatever the fuck. Anyway, shout out to Unc. We wish him the best. Hopefully he finds his lane, and we wish him continued success and shit. Other than that, we're going to move on, guys. Hold on real quick. 1 second. My bad. Don't give me no sunlight. Don't give me no moonlight. All right, let's get over here real quick.
So
y'all seen this?
Lucci just put
YFN Lucci cut off his homeboy. YFN Pound is not gang. Don't send nobody no money if they can't get me on the phone. The boy water has been officially cut off. Thank you. Have a nice day. So YFN Pound, PSA, your water has been officially cut off by YFN Lucci, bro. I don't know what you did or didn't do. Shout out to you. I don't know you. But yeah, Pound, The wells run dry, nigga. All right? Now let's move on.
Bitch like me.
Cardi B supposedly going at it with Stefon Diggs, right? Hold on. Stephen Edwards said, rumor. Pull up, bro, real IG. I need to see that moose knuckle. How dare? Hell no. I don't want to. That bitch probably got a, man, hell no. That's fucked up. How the fuck you want to, boy, Stephen Edwards, how the fuck you want to see Bro Rilla but don't like Glow Rilla? Come on, dog. That's ass backwards, dog. Come on, dog. Hell no, I ain't pulling that dude up. I ain't pulling him up. I ain't pulling dude up. But yeah, Cardi is supposedly speaking about Stefon Diggs, right? I don't know. I ain't even watched the shit. The team just compiled a bunch of clips, and we just gonna see what the fuck is going on with this bitch, right? Right. Made in Day, what's up with it?
This nigga's out here praying for a bitch like me.
Dream for a bitch that has 3 kids. Wait, how many kids she got? Had a kid from another dude while she was pregnant. Ex-stripper who used to drug people and knock them out. These are your words. Like,
write that down. Can't be out here playing with a bitch like me. There's niggas out here praying for a bitch like me, nigga. Fuck out of here. That motherfucker no, bitch. Fuck nigga, no car, no education, no nothing, no money. Drinking my motherfucking Kool-Aid. Eating my kids' snacks. Eating my pussy. Wrong. Idiot, wrong. You crying over that nigga, he don't eat your pussy.
oh my God. Hurt people. When you put yourself out there like this, you have to give yourself some kind of armor because the world's gonna tear you down. Her and Stefon Diggs are both whores. Her and Stefon Diggs are both disgusting sluts. And I don't know. That's what happens when one person is more serious than the other. I don't know what the fuck made you think he was gonna stop having a community penis because you came in the picture. Like, you think you really just that bitch. You are to maybe somebody. Me, I use me to somebody like me, right? Run of the mill, regular working civilians, regular salary. I have to go do other things like I may have to DoorDash or you know what I'm saying, do shit like that to make ends meet, or trying to get social media popping and shit like that, right? Just a regular person, Yeah. I'm not gonna fumble. I'm gonna abide by the rules, right? I'm gonna alpha beta myself. You know what I mean? I'm still a man, but I'm also know I need to stand down a tad and be a little bit more pliable and be a little bit more pliable and compromising, and maybe a bit more considerate to the things that she is suggesting and shit like that. Because this bitch got the money. She got the millions of dollars. Me being with her is simply going to put me on anyway. So to a nigga like me, yes. To a nigga that feels like he has the world at his disposal financially, He's a football player with a known face. A lot of football players, people don't even know who the fuck they are. Basketball players too, even though they don't wear a helmet. A lot of people don't know who the fuck they are upon first look. This guy has positioned himself to be a known face, so he has popularity and relevance. He has money. You know what I mean? He has the I guess you would say, for lack of better terms, the character of a ladies' man. That's how they present him. Like, he messes with a lot of women and even some other allegations of other stuff or whatever. But he's supposed to be this sex dude or whatever the fuck. They give him this character to follow him. So he's not looking at Cardi B with the same, putting her on the same pedestal that, not saying anybody should, but like somebody might be more lenient to her bullshit or her suggestions or whatever when, you know, they not on her level financially or something, and it's like a come up. In this case, you just another bitch to him. You just another bitch to Stefon Diggs. A known one, but you just another one.
Finger popping you with dry ass fingers. I could go on for days, ladies. I could put me on the phone with that nigga. I'm gonna violate him for you. Call me, bitch. I know how to fucking kill a nigga private. Call me, bitch. I'm your sister. I'm your big sister. Let's go.
Like, yeah.
Stefon Diggs' mother didn't hold back when speaking about the breakup. She reportedly said, "Let's be honest, my son needs a partner, not a full-time distraction. Fame and flashing cameras might be exciting for some people, but that's not what builds a real relationship." She added with a hint of sarcasm, "I raised him to focus on his career and his future, not to manage someone else's chaos. At the end of the day, a real woman builds with a man. She doesn't compete with him for the spotlight." Mama with some words of wisdom, but what mama has to also be upfront about her son and his reckless sexual behavior as well. Does he manage his career and his behavior well? Yeah. I mean, was it more spotlight on him after he got with Cardi? Yeah. Could that be too much for him? Possibly. Who knows? But ma'am, it isn't the woman, it's your son's choice in woman that got him, if you feel he's distracted or if you feel there's chaos, that was your son's choice, to place his penis there, ma'am. You can't hold that woman accountable. You can have an opinion, but your son chose that and everything that comes with that. Shout out to Mama Diggs, though. Shout out to Mama Diggs. All this shit is old, though. All this shit is old. This is the most recent. And it wasn't even sure that it was about Stefon, but it says Cardi B speaking about Stefon Diggs or with question mark. I don't know if they were trying to say Offset or if they were trying to, but really, she could have really just been y'all think she was just sending a message to the women? No, she was talking to somebody too. She was talking to somebody herself. But anyway, Cam Newton, this clip kind of has some traction too. We're going to just let it play a little bit. Cam Newton didn't hold back on Cardi B and Stefon Diggs' breakup. Mike from the Ville say shit going to be flapping like a cape. That boy Phoenix say every extra booty skin might be worse. Ugh. And he said, salute to the fam. Captain Tino says that BBL on Cardi looks nasty. Mike from the Ville says she said she getting it taken out, but she still going to have extra booty skin. Nigga said kangaroo butt. That's disgusting. Mel says she is so dumb and stupid, I can't stand her. Damn, Mels, what the fuck did she do to you? Stephen Edwards says, X said, facts. Phoenix said, yo, what I missed. Captain Tino says, Barilla got a beef knuckle. That bitch got a beast knuckle. I refuse to look at that shit, though. Captain Blackbird says, they are satanic, bro. F them all. All these celebrities are possessed by demons. Made a day says she's doing too much. And Shay says, has that 20 verse 1 with Woody and Bro Rilla come out yet? I don't know. We might watch that on the second channel and get wild if it is. That's a good one, Shay. That's a good one. I ain't gonna lie. I will watch that, though. I will watch that. I'll watch that. I'll watch that bullshit. It's gonna be funny. Big homie said Cam Newton need a new stylist. Do he have a stylist? I really feel like bro throw on anything. Like he got that, he got that fuck it money. Like I can wear this and I can get away with it because I got bread. Mike from the Ville says, Tuck. Dog. Y'all don't know the song, dog. That's a song. Read it and look at what y'all know that song, nigga. Trick Daddy say, tuck that ice. This nigga say, this nigga Mike stupid, bro.
Cardi B, they're split before Super Bowl. You know, they was tied at the hip, but then, you know, it don't seem that way, brother. It seems like she has went on to different territories, new territories.
She already moved on, Peggy?
I don't know. I don't know if she moved on with
So tuck that ass in.
another person, but as of right now, they're not together. You know, let me be mindful of my words, brother. Let me be mindful. But she's on to different horizons. All right. So he lost the big game and lost his main lady, Cam. Damn.
Peggy! Woo! I got a prize picks.
Oh, okay. You think she already got that text? I know, yeah. She likes me.
She means for
me nice.
But this is the major question, though.
What's up? What's the major key?
Is this their first time breaking up?
That's real. I don't think so.
How not?
First time publicly. First time having a little spat and like, oh, we done. I think they got right back to it real quick. It seemed a little.
Because the first one don't count. Anybody in a real serious relationship, the first time you break up with somebody, it don't count. Yeah. Did that makeup sex yet?
That what?
That makeup sex.
That
Goodness, you my blood, my lover, my lifer, my spleen. There's one thing about you in inning number one, or maybe inning number two.
Yes, sir.
They ain't done.
You don't think they done?
No,
they ain't done.
Hell no. What?
Cause they ain't talking about little J-Wan from down the street that's trying to sit in that DM. Yeah. Cause both of them, when they both.
See, this is the thing, Peggy, and I had this conversation not knowing the ramifications of the situation.
All right.
See, why it's so sticky to go back to the big head that you left is because you're coming with some unwarranted seeds that will always remind you that you squandered an opportunity and you will have your whole life to be reminded about that hiccup.
True. That is true.
That ain't to say you can't go back.
People have done it before.
But you're going back with a little bit more baggage.
With some more what they say? I'm bringing luggage and my luggage is Louis. This is a little different.
Yeah, it may be Louis, but when you open that Louis, it's going to make you say, ooh.
Ooh-wee. I feel you, brother.
I'm trying to tell you. So understand, you go back, still looking fine.
Yeah.
Man, Shawty's so fun I couldn't even make eye contact with her.
Oh, for real? That's what it was?
Hell no.
She was in that yellow. She was in that yellow thing. She was looking
top sports list, which is probably a slight to other people who didn't make the sports list, who do sports 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week. So we'll start there. She's in the top sports, whatever category it is for Billboard. I don't know how y'all are judging. But for her to say that they've been broke up, you ain't been broke up. Don't go been. You could go broke up. Don't go been. Let's leave Ben out of it. Because you just was at the AFC Championship game. Talking about, he been working hard, y'all. He been doing his thing. Yo, you know, he practiced. And it's the dedication. Y'all don't see the dedication.
The crazy thing is we saying old and this shit was like some weeks ago, maybe like a month. You know what I mean? That's how fast these motherfucking relationships come and go nowadays. That's crazy.
The dedication, that's what's there. Y'all don't see that. This was 2 weeks ago.
When I speak of my old relationships, it was like some years ago. These motherfuckers be in and out once. She was in a marriage and then had a nigga. How you in a marriage with a boyfriend? Same for Offset.
So I don't want to.
Ain't nobody exempt. All of them nasty. Every last one of them nasty. They all probably. I ain't gonna say that.
The word Ben is out. I'm not jacking Ben. Broke up? Okay, cool. I feel that. I'm not going with Ben. Secondly, did you see the new bitch he had though? Stefon Diggs? New bitch crazy, yo.
She's tough.
Yeah, she tough, man. She tough. I don't know if she can rap, dance, or whatever else she got going on. New bitch is tough, man. And it's like, yo, what I feel like wearing today? You know, sometimes you want to show off with that chinchilla. Or I'm not saying that Cardi ain't a chinchilla, but she like a nice leather. I'm just, it depends on what you feel like wearing that particular day. When it comes to Stefon Diggs, and this is no slight to Cardi B. Cardi B, no, I love her. That's my homegirl. I haven't seen her in a while, but I love her like cooked food. But what I'm saying is this, when you get into a relationship like this, knowing that this guy has different girlfriends and so on and so forth, not just different girlfriends, different baby mothers and
4 more likes to get us to 40, y'all. 4 more likes to get us to 40. Run them up, please.
babies that's on the way, including one from Cardi, if I'm not mistaken, right?
They have a son.
Right. So you know what you was getting into. Before the show started, we was actually talking about this. And I'm like, look, first of all, you have to respect honesty. And I don't think Stefon Diggs is lying to any of these females. I think and I don't know this for a fact, but I think he's very honest. I think he's very open about, look, I have another baby coming on ways. I know niggas that's hiding babies now. I know niggas who ain't tell their girlfriend or their other baby mother about a baby that they had or about to have. So you got to respect his honesty. That's first and foremost. Secondly, after a certain age, or at a certain age, when you're somebody like Stefon Diggs, who's probably in his prime, his age, football career, et cetera, he doing what he like to do. You know, he's not ready to settle down. Doesn't seem like it. And if you don't have that conversation with him, like, look, you gonna settle down or not? And if he doesn't tell you yes, you can't get mad at that. You know what it is, Pete? It's called assumption. When you assume.
I swear we speak about this all the time. Don't just assume just cause I'm going with the flow. Just cause I'm going with the flow of fucking you, of sticking dick in you. Even I might be doing some of the hangout shit, some of the stuff that people consider relationship things. We never made it official. We never spoke on it. Don't just assume because you feel good with the time that we're spending, or it may just feel right to you that we're together just because we fuck and we go out to eat. And I may whether I initiate it or you initiate it. And you may say this is blurring the lines, right? But let's say we Netflix and chilling, and then you come and like lay on not even my lap, because then I'm going to start thinking you finna suck me up, so I'm going to start unzipping. But let's say you lay on my chest and I put my arm around you because you lay on my chest. Or I could stop you, but shit, I want to fuck. I don't want to fuck up the mood, right? But is me not stopping you, leading you on to make you think that we're in a relationship? No. I'm not stopping you because I don't want the moment to be awkward when I say, hey, let's not do that. That's too close to love or too close to acting like we together or something. Shit, you might dry up at the time when you was just soaking wet. You know what I mean? It's like, and I don't want to ruin it. You don't want to ruin it, obviously, because you're here, right? But what you can't do is go in with the assumption that us fucking, us going out to eat, us spending time or whatever is going to make this more than what it is. You got to have some clarity. Women, get clarity. Don't ever assume. We're going to smash as many times. Hulk smash. We're going to smash as many times as you let us, no matter what the situation. And we will do that for years. Do you know we will have sex with you for years and never, ever initiate a relationship? I'm speaking to you as a man. We will have unprotected sex with you for numerous years and never have plans on initiating a relationship, even though we don't want you sleeping with nobody else. Never assume. Don't give your pussy away on an assumption. Give it away because you want to do it too. Give it away because you're in agreement and you want to have sex at that moment and you just feel like right now, I'm going to just do this. Don't do this with an assumption of thinking there's something attached to it. Because for us, it ain't. It ain't enough fucking or sucking. If I don't want to be with nobody, including you, there's not enough fucking and sucking, jacking off, nothing you can do. Hold on, some of us can be bought. Hey, Oprah. Hey, big head, Oprah. Hey, big head. Some of us can be bought big head. But it ain't enough. It ain't enough swallowing, succulation, letting us penetrate whatever hole, hand jobbing, cooking, cleaning, concern. It ain't enough of that. Nothing to make a nigga just change their mind if they don't want to be that. If they don't want to be in a relationship, don't want to be with you. So never give your pussy away with an assumption attached to that motherfucker.
I mean, you want to get the best seat.
Nigga will fuck you raw for years. No intentions on making you anything other than a sex partner. Believe that.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I'm fucking 20 times platinum. So you assuming that that's your seat.
Right.
But then I might like this for that seat. You get what I'm saying? So that's my point being is this. You know what you got into when you got in this relationship. Secondly, if you don't communicate, lack of communication destroys the nation. If you don't communicate properly and say, yo, make sure that bitch don't be there.
This nigga made in days stupid. That nigga said, Steve Harvey, stop letting them know all our secrets. This nigga, wow. Big homie said, what the fuck did I just come back to? Mike from the Ville says, yeah. Ours always had the hot bar with the mac and cheese, fish, ribs, pulled pork, etc. under the hot light. What the fuck is y'all talking about with that food at? Damn, that sound good. Mel says double standards are so annoying. Stephen Edwards says, we ain't got that here. What y'all ain't got? I want some food. Publix is the jewel. Oh, the jewel, Roscoe. They looking like I cooked them. Who got some ribs? You don't saw with the laughing emojis. Publix always had ribs under the hot light. They got some new ribs. Yellow D says Cardi got that Halle Berry syndrome. Can't keep one. Facts. 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 That's Yellow D. You ain't lying. Captain Tino says, isn't Stefon Diggs a mook? I don't know. Mike from the Ville said that nigga pull out game super weak. Phoenix said he had 5 pregnant at once. Damn, Stefon got another one already. Stephen Edwards says, Phoenix says, told y'all Cam was a goofy ass class clown in high school. Yeah, that nigga that be wild. And I hate Cam Newton, dumbass. I hate Cam Newton, dumbass hats he be wearing, Captain Tino says. He said Cam Newton is a weirdo. Mike from the Ville says, 80s news reporter hat wearing and detective hat wearing. Yeah, Shane. Super sleuth hat wearing about to get on this nigga. Stephen Edwards said, this nigga fit is horrendous. They getting on that nigga Cam Newton. I don't know what he got on. Captain Tino says Cardi B's sister look better anyway. He said Cam Newton's name is Fig Newton and why he moving like that. That boy Mike from the Ville stupid. Yeah, he was doing some weird shit. I had to get up out of there. Mel says she was definitely talking to Steve. Why would she say eating my kids' snacks if she was talking to Offset? Phoenix says at least she'll cover it up now. He talking about that saggy ass. And Mike from the Ville said that bitch look like some baggy jeans. Y'all wildin'. Tuck that ass in you and you ain't assed out. Tuck. Lights on, lights off. Maiden Day said you just came back to the Steve Harvey show. That's funny as fuck, bro. Mel says, no, he wouldn't either. He go with me if we have a sense. Wrong? No, he wouldn't either. Hold on, Mills. Whatever you saying ain't coming in clear. Said, no, he wouldn't either. He go with me if we have a sense. Wrong. Big homie says, big facts. I got a chick I just been messing around with for 5 years. We never been in a relationship. It gets, okay. Uh-oh. My bad. I wasn't supposed to read that. That nigga Stephen Edwards said, you got to tie a knot. Then he said, nah, don't be like me. Y'all niggas wild. Go on and tie the knot and make it official. Let's make this official. We ain't getting no younger, babe. I wanna My bad, dog. My bad. I like all kind of music, y'all. That's that little mo. That shit be sliding. Hold on, dog. Captain Tino says, facts, big homie, facts. Do your thing, brother. Do your thing. Captain says, Steve Harvey only knows the old ways for telling secrets. There's new rules now because of the Gen Z, you know, the 2000 babies. Big homie say, I'm tripping. Hey, it's gone, bro. It's gone. We ain't even speaking on that. It's gone. It's a done daughter. You know what I'm talking about? The thing, but this the thing though. Maiden Day said I'm giving up the secrets. That's funny as fuck. But guess what, Maiden Day? They already know. This is the thing. They already know. We ain't saying nothing that ain't been said before, nothing that they already heard. This is the insane part about a woman, bro. They know all that. What is insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's what they say, right? Or whatever, some shit like that, right? The women will continuously fuck the same archetype of nigga. Like, bitch, it's a type. And y'all all go for it repeatedly over and over and then want to settle down after, you know, with... Don't drop that. No, don't get to me and want to settle down. Stay freaky. Stay wanting to fuck on the first night. Stay wanting to be sexually experimental and be with another girl and swallow nut and do it. Keep all that excitement for sex with me. Don't get to me and want to settle down now. Fuck that. Fuck that. I ain't with that. Mike from the Ville say, yo, over there on the other channel, shout out to you. Oh, that bitch at 0? God damn, I might need to go and cut that one off. That bitch ain't doing nothing. But anyway, not this one, that one. Yeah. Stay freaky, goddammit. Stay freaky. Don't change when you get to me. Dog. Big homie say blame the czar. Bless the trap. Phoenix said that freaky phase don't need to end when she meet me. That's a fact, bro. Don't end that shit when you meet me and want to settle down and shit now. And then just to go back and be a freak for somebody else again. Like you finna, then once it's over, once you try to be loyal with me and friendly and a wholesome woman with me, you're gonna go back right to the freak shit. Just stay a freak.
Yeah, I want to be there. If you don't have that combo, you can't assume that you're going to be in that position. That's my lack of communication destroys the nation. If you don't communicate properly and say, yo, make sure that bitch don't be there, I want to be there. If you don't have that combo, you can't assume that you're going to be in that position. That's my personal opinion. But look, I think, yo, Offset happy. Offset.
What did he post?
Offset, he posted something.
Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, another one bites the dust. Yeah, you seen that. No? Yeah. What you think, Pete?
Home game, away game, same result.
Yeah. Another one bites the dust, man. I don't know what Stefon Diggs was doing much different than Offset was doing.
Yeah.
See?
No, he was doing it differently because
okay.
Stefon Diggs was ruling with an iron fist. You know, he lets you know this is what it is right now. You know, Offset probably could have got the same thing, but he went about it too smooth. He had to put his feet down.
You know what?
Listen, these the double standards. You already was a hoe. Some niggas going for that. Some niggas want to change a hoe into a housewife. Not want to. Some people just don't mind your past. And a person may consider that selective, or some women even consider that a thing of insecurity if a man, if your past determines how serious a man takes you or not. Some women consider that insecurity. To each their own, right? I'm saying this because males ask, what if I see every bit of you and I feel like you could be the one. So now I'm gonna change up my style. Okay, but with that being said, as a man, we see you may want to not be a hoe no more. Not you particularly. I know this is in general. A woman may not want to be a hoe no more when she meet a certain man, or she may want to switch her lifestyle. Like, oh, I think he's the one. But we already know your lifestyle. The damage is already done. And this is the double standard in life. They work for and against everybody, but there is a thing of double standards. We can have a super promiscuous background and not be judged by it as harshly as a woman. We can have a triple digit, some people even quadruple digit number of sex partners in our lifetime and not be judged as harshly as a woman with the same thing. We can have multiple sex partners in the same day. We can have a train of women. We can have a woman run a train on us, and we will get high-fived and damn near praised, not only by men, but other women, and looked at as a sex symbol, as opposed to a woman who gets a train ran on her by multiple men is looked at as a whore and a slut and a piece of scum, or a piece of gum under the desk or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, these are the double standards in life. So you can't have had trains run on you, been on video, slapping meat all on your cheek, you know what I mean, swallowing whoever, having sex with whatever, and then want to settle down when you get to me, when you get to moi, when you get to some filet mignon, and you've been out here letting hot dogs and prime rib, nigga, you got me fucked. I mean, hot dogs and chicken tenders. When you start going up a little bit, you meet something that you consider filet mignon and not a chicken tender, you want to change. It's too far gone now, though. You done gave yourself to so much chicken tender. You done had so many chicken tenders, you bloated. You're backed up. Your insides is ruined. You ain't even fit for filet mignon. You might get a sample of the filet mignon, but this ain't gonna be your continuous delicacy. It's not gonna be just for you to have. Yeah, you may get a taste or a piece of the filet mignon, but it ain't just for you. You had a grab bag. The man is the one who got to change and settle down and stop doing the fucking for the relationship to be right. Not the woman. Oh, let me stop fucking around. What? Man, get the fuck. No. Tame your pussy before you get to the one. Stop being hot with your pussy before you meet the nigga that you think is the one. Don't wait till you meet the nigga to slow down. Slow down first. Keep your pussy in your pocket.
Oh, that's a good point, Mace, is that a lot of girls say if you would have kept it real with me.
Yeah,
then,
I could have handled it.
Yeah.
That's cap. A lot of women say that, they be lying. When you keep it real, guess what they do? Y'all know what y'all still do? Get emotionally attached.
But sometimes I be cat with certain niggas. Certain niggas, they just ain't letting them get away with that. But they'll let the next nigga get away with that.
You know? Yeah, he should have been frozen, you know?
Right.
Right. She might feel like, oh, you're not supposed to be playing like that. You a good man. You supposed to. Bitch, I am a dog. I'm a mutt.
I was doing it, I was frozen, you know? Right. They know it was no emotion coming from me.
Like what you saying back when it was
yeah,
$8?
Cold, ice cold.
Ice cold.
Ice cold.
Like, give me an example of what you're talking about.
No way.
Give me an example of a girl said, Mace, I want to be your girlfriend. What would you tell them?
I'd tell her that, you know, there's people that got that job already, you know? I got at 2 o'clock, you could be at 3 o'clock, but I'm probably not going to make it on time.
Okay. And would they accept that?
You got to. It's too many. It would have been too many to think he can dodge all of them. It's like you're gonna get away from 3 of them, but you get caught by about.
I'm talking about you. Would they accept that from you?
Yeah. Because I lead with it. Some guys lead with their pocket, you know. So I was leading with that. It's like, sweetheart, it's not realistic that I'm gonna be with one person.
Right. Did somebody ever try to fight for your love and say, "Come on, man, how long you gonna do this?"
Yeah, all the time. But they know. It's people you know you can lock down, and there's people you know you can't lock down.
Got you. I feel.
What that Ray J song was, I hate to bring up a Ray J song, but you ain't gonna tie me down, tie me down, tie me down. You ain't gonna tie me down. You're not gonna tie me down. That's crazy. Oh, no. It's easy. That's easy. That's easy work. Yeah, that's easy work. That's easy work, guys. Don't even, we don't even pay that no attention. Don't do that. Kitty Mac says, women don't want a good man. They want a yes man. Big Homie says, oh yeah, we ain't worrying about dude. Stephen Edwards says, a pocket pussy is wild work. Keep that shit in your pocket. Young Saul says, stay single, bro. Phoenix 44 says, Cardi used to date. Oh, wow. Yeah, she used to, I'm going to say allegedly, because this bitch like to sue, and I ain't got no millions, bitch. You ain't even going to get 4,000 from me. According to stories that were heard on the internet, some told by her, some told by other people, right? Cardi B used to allegedly drug men after they would leave the club and go out with them. So I'm gonna assume allegedly there was some sexual, some physical contact involved, and these guys would get drugged and then robbed. But now she's crying. It's crazy, right? Kitty Mac with the laughing emojis. Stephen Edwards says, blow the yikes. Big Homie Slim says, Cardi been a bop. They don't change. They just get older. Once a bop, always a bop. And he said Cardi knew she fucked up when she found out she was pregnant. She was just trying to save face in front of her fans, and she didn't want to look like a bop. It ain't nothing she could do, bro. Mel says, but what if I see, okay, I answered that already. Alicia Armstrong says, hi, Cam and Mace. Shout out to Alicia Armstrong. Cam and Mace isn't here. We are just watching the content and giving our commentary on the content. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to you, though. And everything we're watching is under the Fair Use Act for commentary, research, education, or satirical purposes only. And you can find that Fair Use Act for this other content that we are watching in the description box of this live video, as well as all of the other live videos where we watch other people's content and give our opinion, or we are educated, or we have satirical takes. Because this is allowed under the Fair Use Act, right? To everybody who is of high intelligence and understanding, right? Right. Stephen Edwards says, you knew what I did there, Rumor. I see you. Big Homie Slim says, it's no allegedly. She told the story, then made a movie out of it. I'm just saying the bitch get to suing. I ain't got it. This channel ain't even monetized, sweetheart. What you gonna sue me for some views? Give me them views, nigga. You can have them. You can have them. Mel says, all of y'all are some dogs and some mutts. I'm disgusted by dating in 2026. I think I'm gonna be a hermit. Mike from the video says, Mel, you just ain't found the right man. One man is not a reflection of another. That's a fact. Just like, even though I'm generalizing when I speak on men and women, I'm not speaking for all men or about all men or about all women. I can't speak for women, but I'm not speaking about all women. It's just generalized with, it's the populace of a small scope of the grand. You know what I mean? Like, this is just in a small bubble of the grand entirety. This isn't speaking on every single black woman, every single mother, every single white woman, every single mother, no, it's not that at all. There are great men and great women out there. somewhere. I don't know where. But they are out there. There are people with genuine intent that love wholly, that have their guard down enough to allow trust and love to come into their life. You got to find somebody who's even willing to allow that. Some people's guards are so up, or they're so consumed by whatever it is that they're into, they ain't even got time for love and all that shit. So you got to find, this is to any woman. This ain't no Dr. Phil to you. This is for every man and woman, period. Just to people, period. You got to find somebody that's on the same level that you're on. You got to find somebody that's looking for what you're looking for, that or at least something close to it. You understand? Like, a lot of women, once again generalizing, a lot of women want the guy that either don't want them, or they want the guy in a position that the guy don't want to be in. He may want you, but he may just want you physically. He may want you, he may just want you for the time being, sexually or something. You know what I mean? He may want you to be around but not be with you. And it may be a long-term thing. We might be fucking for years, but I might not see you as the relationship type. But as long as you're gonna let me fuck, especially if I'm already doing you how I want, it's almost no need to even, so stop trying to put people in positions they don't want to be in. Stephen Edwards says, I've been married for 15 years this month. I'm not a dog, Mills. Facts. Speak, brother, speak. Phoenix says, it's somebody for everybody. Big homie says, X said, facts. Sean Payton says, what's up, Sean Patton or Payton? Big homie Slim says, I don't think she wanted to keep that baby. She's just trying to prove a point. I agree with that. Phoenix says, Cardi slow. Her critical thinking skills are low. Hold on, what did my boy X say? I might have missed it, bro. All right, I might have missed it. But yeah, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Ooh, ooh. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Y'all seen this?
What is up? How y'all doing, man? Make some noise, man. How y'all doing? That's right. Welcome to the 2026 NAACP Trump Image Awards, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. We had to do that. Yes, he wants his name on everything. I apologize. Yeah, if we didn't do that, we'll go to commercial and come back and an episode of Matlock could be on. So that had to happen. One of the biggest stories in the news right now is those files, though, right? Those files are like everywhere. Everybody talking about them or whatever. But you know one thing I thought about those files? I knew there wasn't no black people in those files. No, it wasn't no black, because that ain't our thing.
4 more likes get us to 50, y'all. 4 more likes get us to 50. Let's go.
You know what I mean? That ain't our thing. We like grown women. You know what I mean? Grown women with a 401k, you know? Women that can fold a fitted sheet, you know? You got to be a special woman to fold a fitted sheet. Some of y'all still balling it up, you rookies. Now, NAACP.
I ain't gonna lie. Folding a fitted sheet is kind of difficult. But it can be done.
I want to do something a little different. I want to buy a curse word. I know we ain't supposed to curse on award shows, but I need this to put emphasis on what I'm trying to say. All right, so charge me for this curse word. Here we go.
He said fuck ice. Who is that? Who is that? Turtleneck wearing and look at this. Never mind. I'm finna get on this fat. Forehead. Go ahead. Forehead. 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 Shawty got a head on her. Kiki Palmer.
Because it was just too much ice. Ice skating, ice hockey,
I ain't saying she was ugly, but she looked Oh, she look nice. Even with all that makeup on, she look good. Who the fuck is that? Aunt Deb looking ass. Who is this? Man, hold on, wait a minute. I like where this prayer going. I'm average as fuck. Hey, AT. Hold on. Let's see real quick before we get up out of here. Hold on, dog. Let's watch this trailer before we get up out of here. Hold on. Which one the official trailer? What's the difference?
Guess who's back?
Shit.
Back again.
My God, he stabbed her! Not her! My pronouns are they, them. He stabbed them!
We back.
There's a serial killer on the loose.
Hello, Tuesday.
I have been preparing for this for years. Hello, Mother. You look like shit.
Should we hug?
I really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
Oh, girl, I think all white people are racist anyway. Come here.
Okay. Oh.
Hey there. We heard tell of a Halloween party. We're here to drink, play bad
Hold on, this supposed to be sinners.
music, do some half gay shit.
Why just half gay?
There you go. This nigga finna be on that bullshit, dawg. This nigga Sean finna be on that bullshit. Don't even, if it was a question, if it was a question, you, what the fuck? Bro, I'm not rewinding that, bro. Is she fighting this nigga, bro? I'm surprised YouTube allowed that, bro. What was that? What was that, dog? Oh my God. Okay, hold on. So that was what's that movie? Where they the teacup. Fuck. Get out. They racist as hell with all that cotton. What movie? What the fuck?
Stop smiling!
Run, bitch, run!
Was that the nigga with the hand? Strong hand.
Run, bitch, run!
That strong hand. Look at strong hand. Oh my God. What if a nigga try to pass you a blunt or something and just, I don't even smoke with nobody like that. But I'm just saying, let's say you did ever back in the day, a nigga try to pass you a blunt, his hand like that. What the fuck? Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
Mom, Santa gave me a severed arm.
Be sure to thank him.
What the?
Oh, why she had to get him, bro? Why a little girl had, oh, bro. Why did they show this, bro? Dog, that's dog. Why was that a sack? No. No, why he gave it? No. Why he gave the little girl a sack, dog? Dog, why he gave her a sack, dog? I don't even want to. Bro, why is that a sack? I wonder if people gonna say something about that, like take it offensive, dog. Like, why did this, bro? Why? Oh my God! Why they put a sack in that girl's head, bro? Oh my God, dog. Oh, fuck. This shit funny. I'm gonna go see it, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
Help! Help! Bitch, we on break, so you handle yours. I'll be right over here eating my falafel and my pork rinds, bitch.
We on break. Hold on, I might watch that bitch again. That's fucked up, dog. I want to see that shit again. It's just a trailer.
Hello, Tuesday. I have been.
Who is Tuesday? Or Adam's Family Wednesday? This wasn't that funny. I get it though. You gotta include that.
We back.
There's a serial killer on the loose.
Hello, Tuesday. I have been preparing for this for years.
Oh, what movie was that? I saw that movie.
Loose.
Hello, Tuesday. I have been.
Oh, fuck. What was that? What movie is that? I can't think of the movie, bro. Oh, my gosh. I just saw it. The old lady had her house prepared. When the girl came back, it messed it all up. When she left, fuck it.
Preparing for this for years. Hello, Mother. You look like shit. Should we hug? I really want to, but I'm a Republican now, so I'm supposed to be racist.
Oh, girl, I think all white people are racist anyway. Come here.
Okay. Oh.
Hey there, we heard tell of a Halloween party. We're here to drink, play bad music, do some half gay shit.
Why just half gay?
Sink. Stop smiling. Run, bitch, run!
Mom, Santa gave me a $7.
Be sure to thank him.
What the?
Controversy, cause it feels so empty without me.
Somebody help! Help! Bitch!
Why she say bitch like that? Oh, man. This shit gonna be funny, dog. This shit gonna be funny. I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait. I can't wait, dog. I can't wait. Hey, man. Excuse me. We about to get up out of here. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the RUMORNATI Live. Make sure you subscribe to RUMORNATI Live, the backup channel. We went live over there yesterday. We're going live over there today. This channel right here. We trying to run them subs up. We trying to run them subs up. The numbers is low. We need the help. We need the activity. This is a call to arms. No, really, though. We need some help, guys. We need you guys to tune in, subscribe to this channel, tune in when we go live. We're trying to get the watch hours up. We got to get monetized over there first. It is what it is. You know, we ain't crying about nothing. Whatever happens, happens, whatever. But we got to get monetized over there first, guys. We working. We need the help. We need the help. We're going live over there this afternoon. I don't have an exact time. But just like yesterday, what I said, 3, no, I said 4. It ended up being 5:30. We're going to be there. We are going to be there. I need you guys to go to the other channel, subscribe to the other channel, and make sure you come through for the live this evening. We're going to find one topic. We're just going to dig in, have fun over there. We might get on some TI shit. Who knows? But you guys could, we'll let you come up if you guys want to come up, all that shit. We'll do all that on the second channel this evening, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking out. Shadow Loke, I see you. Captain Tenno, I see you. Phoenix 44, he said they might, they funny as fuck. This might be the best one. Captain Tenno says, I think the movie is called Mother. Oh, right. Damn, I wonder if I got time to run and try to watch one of them movies real quick. Xavier says, Lil Hand back. Tupac back. Ian Wu, shout out to you. Phoenix 44, I see you. Stephen Edwards says Officer Doofus is back. Shout out to Officer Doofus, man. Phoenix 44 say, yeah, it's about to come out. XS says all them scary movies was funny as fuck. Ian Wu says, is this real? Yes, it is. Thank goodness. And I'm ready to see that motherfucker for sure. Phoenix says, I gotta go see this. It's with the fire emojis, facts. Big homie with the fire. You already know I always love Anna Faris. Stephen Edwards says, XS says, I gotta watch this one. I'm definitely going to see this one, bro. Captain Tino with the laughing emoji says, you wildin'. Big homie Slim says, what the fuck? Yellow D says, however you spell her name. XS says, Captain, take that makeup off. She'll look like Brenda Pine Bluff. That nigga said, Tiana Taylor is handsome. Oh my God. Bruh. Captain Tino said, he said that nigga said Tiana Taylor is handsome. Who said that? Oh, you talking about, my bad, what you call it? Young Saul, he said he called her handsome. That shit was funny as fuck. Phoenix said Tiana handsome, LOL. I remember Tiana was damn near a boy back in the day. She fine as hell. Yellow D said, Stephen Edwards says, Phoenix, you ain't shit for that. That nigga funny. Yellow D said, remember my Super Sweet 16 on MTV? She thought she was for real. Big homie said, always been. Kiki Palmer's fine. Phoenix said, that's Miss Duval behind her. Shout out Miss Duval. I don't know where she at. Shout out Lil Mama. Shout out Larry Law. Shout out anybody who, anybody's name I forgot, man. Charge it to my mind, not my heart. Shout out to Shay. Shout out to Stephen Edwards, Phoenix 44, Mike from the Ville, Mills, Larry Law, Sean Payton. Where my nigga Ruger World been at? Shout out to Ruger World. Where we at? Big homie Slim. My nigga Stephen Edwards. Kenny Mack. Young Saul. Alicia Armstrong. Maiden Day. What up with it? I think I shouted out Shay. Oh, that boy Indigenous by Blood. Super duper salute to Indigenous by Blood as well. Jacob. I'm trying to go up far as it'll let me go. That's far as it'll let me go, guys. And all the rest of the names have been called. Excuse me. All right, Shadow Loke, shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody. We're going to get up out of here. We're going to call it a day. We back live on RUMORNATI Live a little bit later on, man. We're going to get up out of here so I can try to have some kind of free time or some kind of other work time. You know, got to go. It's a lot to be done, y'all, but guess what? We're going to get it done no matter what. As long as we got breath and blood, as long as we wake up every day, we got opportunity to go out here and make it happen. So take advantage of that time. Super duper salute to y'all. Catch up with y'all later. If y'all want to hop and chop, we can hop and chop. You know what I'm talking about? Other than that, like my bro said, I reserve the right to be wrong. There's only room for human error. I'll never set you out on purpose. That falls back on me. I love me too much, and I care about you too much to tell you something wrong and set you out. You know what I'm talking about? And I also identify as a multimillionaire in this world full of choices and decisions. People want to be a dog, a cat, a man, a woman, or a Crayola crayon, and they weren't born that. We got to respect theirs, so respect our choice to be identified as a multimillionaire. They got to give us a cash register if they got a bathroom. Other than that, this is RUMORNATI Network. We are out of this motherfucker, and I say, yo!